Buckets are filled with trash out there, man. There's a trash can right here. I'm just kids aren't coming in here.
How you been, dog?
Good, man. What's up, man? Did we get on the Penn State? Oh, good. Nothing else there. Yeah, I think I was around 8.5. But I wanted to see. Oh, wait, where's the I'm around right now. We want Penn, and then NFL games at 11?
I think so, yeah.
Man, just shit going on today. Well, it's crazy Saturday.
It's on TNT. Oh, yeah, it's pretty good. All right, you hear it. You want? Actually, yeah.
You tell me when you're in the center and then I'll.
Wait, Mo, do you mind if we just turn the sound down a bit just because it's going to pick it up on the mics? Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. I think that's okay. Yeah. Yeah. Just maybe just a little more the way you're going. I'm not sure you're going. Just a little more other way. Just a smidge. Perfect. Yeah. Okay. I think that should be good. Dope. 7-17. All right. Can you talk into that for me? Check. What's going on? Yeah, I mean, it sounds good to me. Okay. If you want, you can wear these and you'll be able to hear. Oh, yeah. I think it should be fine. Yo, what's going on, everyone? Yeah. Oh, yeah, we live? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, shit. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's try to get something going. Okay. So I'll just get in the calculator college basketball. So, here, we should probably do this. Yo, what's going on, guys? We're getting set up right now for the watch party. We're going to go over our best bets for today. We got SMU, Penn State coming on right now. I think we're leading SMU, let's say, 8.5 here. Not me. I want Penn State. Oh, you want Penn State? I want. I mean, you. Okay. What do you? And we got a house divided. Yeah, listen, we're talking about our best bets today. We're going to talk about the college basketball tool, guys. Please use the chat. Let us know what's going on, what you want to hear, what kind of games you want to talk about, and then again, we'll talk about our college basketball tool. Really excited about that. It's going to be an absolute game breaker. There are way too many games going on every day. You need to knock my profits. We're going to show you how to do that. And get you a code there to get it for free for a month. You can test it out for yourself. So bear with us for 1 second. We're going to get everything kind of set up here. And let's have a day, boys and girls. But while we're waiting, what are you guys looking at right now? What are you guys betting on for today? And I want to shout out, we're at Urban Bend here in Tucson, Arizona. This is the best bar in town. All right. We got cowboy hats, we got Bills fans, we got TVs and beers flowing all day long. So if you're in the area, come out. All right, here is the TikTok for this. Actually, do you mind if I go a little bit more too? Yeah, get it. It's not your way. Do we know who had the ball first? I don't know. That's got to play a role here. Well, he's got monster in it. There we go. All right. I think we're okay. I don't think we actually need that. Okay. Let's pull market up. Oh, yeah, that's one downside. It's like they can't see. No, I think we're good. I can't.
Locking on every touchdown this season with just select 2 or more players win up to
Oh, shit.
Don't miss out. Down plus today to get up to $1,000 in bonus.
All right, 8.5. He's basically been here all week. It looks like it touched 9 actually. Oh, 9.5. Oh wow. Okay, never mind. There was some buying and then there was late selling. So yeah, SMU 9.5. All right, so does that change your mind now? Well, I think I think it's exactly what I kind of already knew. It's the community is divided. Like the sharps are not. There's no consensus here. Yeah. And that's exactly what we're describing. Mo, what do we got? 8.5?
8.5.
All right, I'm riding them.
8.5.
Where's my phone? Oh, wait, you on Penn State or for
Penn State.
Penn State 8.5? Did you get any Indiana last night or Notre Dame?
No, I had 1,500 closing on Penn State money line with Ohio, 750 spread Penn State.
Okay, so you split it up.
Yes.
All right. I have a bunch of futures on Penn State. That's why I'm a little hesitant to, like, I'm just kind of double dipping, so to speak. All right, chat. What do you guys got? I kind of want to see who's gonna get the ball. Yeah, first. Okay, but so walk me through this though. The model I thought was we make the number 11. Okay, raw number 11. Okay. So then we're good. But I know you like to hear that, but this is not the NFL. The value of 9, 10, 11 if you're sitting at 8.5. Like yes, it leans for sure Penn State. It's not like some slam dunk bet. You're not. 10 in college is more of a key number, but here I can actually give you the exact math. So we if you can get an 8.5 right now,
10 just says 8.5 right now.
Yeah, minus 110.
Yeah.
And you make the number 11. Hold on, man. Yeah, Mr. Katz, what up? Oh, we got Mr. Katz in there. I bet in this game they can get a better number on PSU. Okay, so everybody wants PSU, and there was buying 5 minutes ago, and then there was selling. So it got up to 9.5 at market makers, and then other. Yeah, so this is just a war
Battle right now. Yeah.
Big, yeah. So just different opinions. I just tend to. My angle here is like I was telling you, Mo. SMU, and I did pull back the curtain. They ended up playing a lot of backup quarterbacks. Now, there's some nuance to that. So they played a lot of backup quarterbacks like midway through the game because of injury. But nonetheless, these scoreboards, these box scores, I think are a bit misleading. I don't know that their defense is as chaotic as we think because of these box scores. Because I think they played a backup. Virginia, they played a backup. There's 2 other games where they ended up playing backups. Now, again, not the full game, but this adds to me a lot of nuance. And then the one game is interesting to me is Louisville. They could not stop Louisville. They end up losing, and Louisville kind of beats everybody in the ACC who is good. And so it's really interesting. Including Clemson. Yeah. But it's hard to tie Louisville to the Big Ten because they didn't play anybody. So that's where it's a little tricky.
In our hearing, it wouldn't allow us to use a regular phone. We just feel isolated. Player captions was in.
Yeah. If you can get 8.5, you make the number 11. It's a 50% chance of covering. Yeah, you really want to be under that 6.5. But again, you're gonna pay. You're not gonna get a price.
Yeah.
You need under 6.5 at minus 110, right? Which you're not gonna get. So I'm with Mr. Katz here. A better price would be ideal. So I don't know. I mean, we're gonna get a couple minutes here. If SMU starts with the ball, I think I'm gonna wait, and I'm gonna hope that SMU scores, and I'm gonna be able to get.
Text my friends.
Yeah, but we might not get that. We might get Penn State gets the ball, and then I gotta write it. I'm gonna write 8.5. You're on 8.5 plus 8.5. Give me the case.
No. So I've been betting. Yeah, I'm looking to see what's going on here. I guess for me, I'm looking at 2 big things here. For SMU, at their offense, their echo. You have on our website. Look at the
offensive tackle for SMU. This is one of the teams that have consistently put up points and get to the opponent's 40. And when they get there, their points per echo are pretty good. Now, obviously, we think about Penn State. Think about Penn State being a great defensive team. My only concern here is, can Penn State consistently stop SMU? I mean, we talked about SMU early on against the Boise State, in the BYU game they lost early this year. We saw about SMU just wasn't big enough, and they got pushed around. And they've done nothing but defeat everyone that's been in front of them, putting up points pretty consistently. And so I don't know that Penn State's going to score points. I'm not concerned about that. I think for me is if it's going to be a shootout, I think that favors SMU. I think they're built to do that. Their run rate over expected is negative 6%. They're throwing the ball, and they're going to continue to throw the ball all damn day.
This is SMU.
SMU, yes.
So what if the game state's not favorable? Okay, here we go. Kickoff. SMU is getting the ball first, right? No. Penn State is? No, it's a whiteout.
No, this isn't ball.
Okay, you're right. Okay, Penn State's starting with the ball. All right. And as normal, all the retail books just tax the motherfuckers, dude. 9, 8.5 minus 120. FanDuel minus 18. Try to be your friend. They ain't your friend. Although FanDuel make every moment more.
Yeah, please. And speaking of corporate sponsorships, Mr. Cat, shout out. He said he counts 3 Fiji bottles and suspect there's a quart by steps. But let me tell you, we've got Fiji on deck. The fours I love. The lines he said at double digits. I mean, yeah, listen. There's more where that came. Fiji, if you're watching, we're drinking.
So I don't know. So I didn't grab it. So what am I gonna do? We didn't.
I haven't bet yet either.
Yeah.
So,
but I want to bet before this moves to before they score, and then you're gonna get fleeced.
Well, not beginning Penn State though, right? Or you're saying for Penn State?
I want Penn State. So for me, I want.
So you want SMU to score,
but Penn State has the ball.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got you. I'm sorry. Yeah.
All right, well, let's. I want to talk a little bit about the basketball too. So I think we're still working out some stuff with it. But I think right now there are 3 major bets that I think we're gonna play today, and that is Drexel plus 16.5. These are all ugly, so just buckle up, go Vols. Coastal Carolina plus 15.5, and South Carolina State plus 7.5. Those all show at least 4% of value or more using our projections right now.
Hey, Mo. Hey, do you know there's a way? We're still picking up the CDs. Is there a way? Are all the speakers connected, or is it just the back ones we can turn down? You know what I mean?
I can turn on any of them, I think.
Okay. I gotta imagine it's the one that's most. It's got to be that one.
Turn that one down?
Yeah, it's got to be that one. That's the only one.
And probably flat.
Okay.
Can we turn that one down?
Yeah.
And let's yellow too.
Yeah.
And
This one. Yeah. This one. All right, guys. We're working on that. Appreciate it. Thanks for the feedback. Thank you. Okay, so
We got a point. So
it's funny right now.
yeah. So let's see what we can get. Pulling up the live market.
Okay, so now Mr. Katz and Brian, I don't know what you're betting on today, but right now we're going to lean towards a Penn State live that's trying to get in a perfect world, trying to get a 6.5 live.
Yeah.
8.5 under. It's kind of
6.5 available at DraftKings. Oh, minus 125 though. Okay, so let's just take a look here. Let's see if that's how crazy that is. Yeah, it's about 2% edge. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to overpay a little bit. Okay. We may be able to be patient here. Yeah, it says it's still there. I'm trying to actually look now. Let's see if they'll let me actually bet it. Nope, it's at 7.5. They just moved it right in front of my face.
Oh, I got 6.5 minus 125.
Something big must happen. ESPN bet 5.5.
Okay.
These are moving fast.
Yeah. Now listen, and also guys, can you give us feedback? Let us know if you're still getting the working on audio. But this is a good point though. Stuff brings up. If you guys are not aware, live lines, right? You know, the rule of thumb is try to wait to commercial break. Try to wait to break in action. These delayed beats are significant. Can be up to 60 seconds or more.
Yeah.
So if you're seeing a line that's not matched up to what you're seeing on TV, 9 to 10 times you are looking at a big play that you don't know has happened just yet, right? Now there are right palpable errors, and you see these data errors happen all the time, but be wary of that. With that being said, we're trying to get to 6.5 minutes quickly.
You can get a 4.5 right now. Something obviously happened.
Big happen.
All right. Well, if something big's happened, I'm going to wait because I don't know what happened. So I'm going to wait to find out what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4.5, 3.5 over at ESPN bet. I'm assuming they're about to score a touchdown.
Oh yeah.
Is this better? If you guys could let us know.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Sorry guys, bear with us. We got started a little bit later. 3.5 minus 120. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it. All right, and Penn State 3.5 minus 120.
Okay. So I mean that's now we're taking a read of the room here. So I want to give a quick shout out to the owner of Burger Ben, making something possible. Mo being here. Mo, what number did you get again?
8.5.
Okay, so you got 8.5.
We have money line, yeah.
And money line too.
Okay, so Mo, you got PSU minus 8.5 and Penn State money line. I actually jumped in. I got Penn State at minus 6.5. Seth is above the ball here. You got Penn State at minus 3.5.
Minus 120.
Minus 120.
Yeah, minus 120. Okay. ESPN bet. Makes every moment different than painful.
Okay. All right. While we guys are here, you want to talk about college basketball? Seth, I know we were starting to talk about that.
Yeah. Well, let's let the people see what we're seeing.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you go to the website and you go to the member access page, there is a sign up for college basketball packages. Yeah, so we have a code, 100% free. So you can use this code, log in, you're going to get direct access to what we're seeing. Now, everything's beta right now. We're just rolling it out. We're just working out the bugs. So you're going to see like there isn't projections for every game today. I think there's like over 100 games. So we're still working out some of the bugs, but nonetheless, pretty much every game, for most of the games today, we have a projection for, and there are 3 games where we show a ton of value. But Steve, let them know what the code is, or maybe you already gave it out.
Yeah, so the code's in the chat. It's YT Live. If you go on there right now, if you go to the website, go to the member access page, you'll see a college basketball package for the monthly package. Go ahead and use that code there. 100% off. Like Steph said, it's going to give you access and a forecast to effectively every game. We're still working on some of the bugs here, but every D1 against a D1 men's game, we'll have an output for that. And the most importantly, we're able to quantify the edges on that so we see what the best bets are. Now, what I'm really excited for, Seth, if you can tell people a little bit more, is obviously we're originators and we have the models we built for college football and NFL. But for college basketball, we're doing something a little bit different. We're relying really on the genius of others in the industry here.
Yeah, exactly. We're trying to take a page out of Billy Walters' book, right? Which is the power of consensus. So, any one model can have information and does have information, but when independent models agree, this is when you get consensus. This is when you really can, lower variance, quite frankly.
Yeah.
So that's what we're trying to take advantage of. So, we've learned a lot over the last couple of years, and we kind of feel that we know, 1, how to do this, and 2, where to look. And so for sure, we're including some of the names you may know, like Ken Palm, but we're also including people you probably don't know, people like Bart Torvik, Evan Maya, some other projections. So we're really excited to do this. And then we also have built out our value frameworks for spread. We're working on totals right now. We do have a forecast for every game for the totals, but we just don't have a value framework yet. So meaning, how do we take a difference in, margin of victory or totals and convert it to a probability of covering, so what price you need to get in order to make it, an edge for you. So super duper excited to be rolling this out. Like I said, it's still beta, so we're still working through some of the issues. Like I said, you'll see that there are some missing games and teams. We're working through all this, but like I said, for the most part, you'll see most of it, and it's also eye-opening, in my opinion, on how much value usually aren't in a slate. Like,
So, and actually, you know what? Oh yeah, I can. Let me try to use. So I think I have the page already pulled up here. We can even essentially share our screen.
Oh yeah.
All right, we're gonna try to show you the tool itself, so you can see it in real time here.
So we're sharing screen right now.
Not yet. I'm gonna try to get to, but yeah, I will share.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is that a Penn State stop?
Wide open.
Okay. Here we go.
I don't like that they're moving the ball, but it's also the first drive. Scripted. What was that? Oh, and PIASF.
I'm assuming offensive. Yeah.
Wow. He was open, wasn't he?
And who knows that his quarterback, Jack Reed, trying to go to the knockout punch.
If you get edited, also bring it up to the screen.
All right, so let's. All right, guys, want to get this up one sec. Yeah.
In the show, he's going to line up so many different positions. There we get an example. It's at 6. You know, how far he is down. Pushing out multiple SMU vendors as he's going to the software.
Is Texas your other position? Texas is your other?
I took Texas right.
Y'all on Ohio State game?
No, I think those ones for now.
Not yet.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Oh, yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, we're working on all this live here. We're trying to get this screen shared. Give me 1 sec.
You want to just go to stream?
No,
No, I don't think it's I can't tell if it's us thing or. Yeah, let me just. Wow. No overrun here. Hey, Mr. Casa, how was that in terms of ambience out? All right, we'll try to get this thing set up in 1 sec, guys. We'll show you the model so you can at least see some of the output for today. Well, you know, it'd be easier. Well, actually, no, that's all right. We'll roll this way. Yeah, let me just do a bunch of Okay, all right, so we got the model up here. So like you were saying, we got the consensus for. Okay, there we go. All right, so stuff like you were saying, we had, the consensus up there. You want to talk a little bit more about. There we go, thank you.
Yeah, so basically this top number, this predicted margin of victory column, that's basically a consensus forecast between. We have a fifth one that we're trying to add, but yeah, exactly. So you feel quote unquote more certain in your forecast. Use the power of consensus. I mean, it sounds simple, but you have to have the value framers to convert all this stuff anyway. So there isn't just the consensus aspect you have to overcome, but yeah. And so you see right there, those 3 games: South Carolina State, Coastal Carolina, and Drexel. Those are all games that I think we're just going to take a shot on today and see how this model goes. We've been trying to follow this, and again, we're working out the bugs. So
yeah. Yeah.
Although, the Drexel game started and Drexel's losing by 4. So unfortunately we missed the boat, but it looks like it would have been a good bet.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
And what else? Well, what's the other one? Coastal Carolina. What do you need?
No, I'm trying to see the audio.
Coastal Carolina looks like 15, still in the market. What do we need? Yeah, 15 and a half is what we have.
15 and a half, yeah. All right, guys. Yeah, the next commercial break, we'll work some stuff out for you.
What's going on?
It's something up there. So, videos for everybody.
We can reduce these.
Okay. Yeah, we got DJ stuck on the 1s and 2s here, so we'll see if I can get some next thing to happen here.
Let have them give us some feedback here.
Yeah.
I can reduce the gain on the mics, but
the back one. We forgot the commercial break. Yeah.
Well, hold on. I just tried something, so let's just see if I can get that fixed in.
Yeah, give us feedback, guys. Let us know if it's better.
I think let's take this off. Yeah. So basically, just go sign up and play around with it. We'd love to get some feedback. What is the code again?
YT Live.
YT Live, 100% free. So go sign up, play around with it, see what you can do with it, see what breaks, see what doesn't break, give us any feedback. Again, it's beta. We're trying to, we have a lot of stuff that is coming to make it even better. But as of right now, at least you can get some forecasts from the vast majority of the games and hopefully even get some value. So South Carolina, Drexel, or Coastal Carolina, Drexel, and then South Carolina State, which looks like that also started.
Yeah. I will say so. I've been playing around with this in the background, just kind of looking through. I know we've been behind the scenes, been going through some of the bugs and whatnot, getting the model output correctly and whatnot. But small sample size, early returns, personally. But I will tell you guys, it's fucking ugly. It's ugly. And I think there was one game where I got the bet on Texas Tech. They were like a -27 or something like that. But the rest of the stuff, you're taking some pretty ugly games. You're taking a lot of they're D1 kind of school, but I think that's where a lot of value is. You talk about the sports books having a lot of area to cover, right? And so everyone's looking at the marquee matchups, but there's just so much attack surface in some of these lower level games. One of the ones that you're only going to find on ESPN Plus or Mountain West Network Plus or ESPN The Ocho. But value is value, money is money, and I'm not going to complain if I'm winning bets.
Yeah, 100%. So. Yeah, just use it and try to add it to your handicapping if you're wanting college basketball forecast for every game. This is a good tool to use. Yeah, and also use it now. It's free. It's free for right now. As we work out all the bugs. So
yeah. All right. So let's go back to college football now.
Yeah.
So we got Penn State. Just gotta stop here.
Yeah, big stop.
Right. So we got I got -6.5. Seth, you had -3.5.
Yeah.
Okay. How are you feeling about this? SMU able to throw the ball, but they missed a wide open receiver there.
Well, they're able to throw the ball, but they're also. I was thinking the defense would maybe struggle here, and so far they're getting pressure. So that's concerning. That's concerning to me. That if you get in a shootout, I still obviously favor Penn State, but if you have 8.5, you have 2 possession games, it's going to be a slugfest. And we've seen Penn State be able to play this type of game. They've slugged it out with the best of them.
Yes.
But high variance, right? You slug it out with and no backup. No backups, turnover on downs right there, now fourth and 8. So concerning we're not seeing Penn State move the ball. I think that was kind of the thesis going in.
Yeah. Well, what we need though. This is a positive EV, not still something from Circles Off, but I need a positive EV move of the day here. I think for me, it's going to be getting a mimosa. So I think that's going to change this whole kind of vibe around here. All right. Can we do that, Octavio? Can I?
Cowboy mimosa?
Oh, is there a cowboy mimosa?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Listen.
What is a cowboy mimosa?
Oh, okay. Chat. So we're at Bourbon Ben's. If you're in Tucson, Arizona, come down to University. It's a country themed bar, and they're special. They have boots. And so I wanted to get a mimosa. I was told to get a Cowboys mimosa, which is a mimosa in a boot, and we're gonna have a day here. So I'm gonna be right back, Seth. Get my Cowboy mimosa, and let's see how this day goes.
Yeah. We gotta represent. I think we're gonna be a Balls podcast today.
Oh yeah.
So we gotta start the one strong with a mimosa. The most positive EV play so far, Fiji. So I definitely need some Fiji. Needed some Fiji. A Monster. That was a good. I've had a lot of caffeine this morning at Starbucks. I had a coffee in my room. We went out a little bit last night, so I'm not 100%. So I'm trying to do my best to get back.
What's the most?
All right, this is gonna be a pick six. Pick six. Penn State. All right. I did my time in Philadelphia. You know what they say? You know what their thing is? You know what Penn State say? We are. And you say back Penn State. Okay. Fucking yell it. So 6-0. Jennings, big mistake.
I missed the slate for 3.5, man.
What do you mean? You're fine.
I know I wanted more.
Patience.
That is the SMU's offensive existence.
All right, we're trying to see the chat. What section does code work for?
Multi-package.
Monthly package.
Monthly package. What's the code again, Steve?
YT Live. It's in there.
YT Live. Free. No charge. You're not gonna ever get charged. This will get converted to paid, but don't worry about it right now. And when it does, it's a separate thing. You're not gonna ever get taken advantage of by us. This is something we want to roll out. While it's beta, work out bugs, but give value back to you guys and see if you guys like it. See if this is something that's helpful. Like Steve was saying already, he's been able to use it. I'm not a big college basketball bettor. I'm a little bit intimidated by volume, to be honest with you, and it's a grind. We've kind of dibbled and dabbled with it in the past, and it's a lot. But like this, I think we're working a lot to try to not only streamline it, but to make it so it's automated. So basically, every day the data and the models will just re-update by themselves, which is a huge improvement and lift. All right, let me see if I can get to some of the comments. All right, I found it. All right, so what's the chat? We got 8.5. What is the chat got? Are we on Penn State? We're on SMU. What are we on? Mo's got money line. What was money line? Minus.
I paired with Ohio.
Ohio State.
No.
Ohio Bobcats, and they won. So what did you get it then? What was the price? Probably like even money or something.
Closely, like -110. I think.
Okay. So you're basically 110 to win, and then an 8.5. Okay. I'm at a 3.5, and Steve's at a 6.5. I like to see the defensive. Touchdown there. That's big.
Okay. Listen, I'm not going to say that we have overarching power here, but I did order this Cowboy mimosa and they immediately scored. So shout out to positive vibes. Shout out to positive EV moves.
Hey, shout out to Bourbon Bet on University in Tucson, Arizona. If you guys are here, one of, if not the best bars on University, just the best staff, the best people, the best vibes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. 10 out of 10. Through. So go check it out. If you're here now, come hang with us.
Hey.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, what do you go first?
No, I just want to ask Jack here. So Jack, next thing was in first TDRIP. What's the college player prop model. Like, so we're in Arizona, so we don't get player props for college games. Something I really would love to exploit, but we just don't have access to it. How do you guys feel about the player prop market? That's something you bet on in college. That's something that's comparable to the NFL. I'm just kind of curious. But go ahead, sir.
Phil, help me, Phil. I'm chewing.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Mr. Katz says, I'm going to get plastered today. Yeah, here's the thing, Mr. Katz. Work hard, play hard, right? You know, Rule 76, play like a champion. You can't day drink if you don't start in the morning. So we're going to have a fun day, right? I mean, we got Sus in town today. You know, we're at our buddy's bar. We got good people behind the bar. So I wouldn't say plaster. You know, I want to have my wits about me to make some more good EV.
You guys got whistle pig?
But yeah, we are getting dumped today.
What year?
Make no doubt about it.
Yeah, we're getting fucked up today, Mr. Katz. It's Christmas. I'm finally off work.
Yeah.
Now, responsible. You know, responsibly. This is a 34-year-old getting fucked up, which means maybe in bed by 10:30.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I want to talk about this is a crazy day. I can't even. Have we ever had a day like this? In 30 minutes, 25 minutes, we have an NFL game starting. We have another NFL game, and then we have these two playoff games, and then we have a full slate of college basketball.
Right.
So I think we'd be remiss here. We have a crazy situation in Kansas City here. Houston, this thing opened 3.5 plus 3.5 Kansas City. The news with Mahomes, he's playing. He's going to be good. I don't know if he's good to go, but he's playing. This thing is now sitting minus 3.5 Kansas City. In my mind now, this is too far. This is a bridge too far. Now, Houston, I don't know. I can't be compelled to bet this game, but I know there's going to be a lot of people that want to have action here on this epic sports day. What are your thoughts here, Steve? Like, where do you see value? Do you see value? I mean, both at the 3.5 plus 3.5 Kansas City, we saw value on Kansas City, whether Wentz started or Mahomes started. Now sitting minus 3.5. Completely different bet.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, we look at this Kansas City team here. First and foremost, we can't let Patrick Mahomes keep doing this every year. He does it. There's always an ankle game. There's always an ankle game every year. Is he? Will he? Won't he? Can he play? And then it's a miraculous comeback. He's gonna play. He's gonna be fine. For me, what I'm more concerned about is I'm with you, Seth. I think that obviously plus 3.5 Wentz or Mahomes. That's a good bet. It's a positive EV bet. But with that being said, though, Kansas City has been one of those teams where we talk about it. I mean, how many one-score games in a row have they had now? Mm-hmm. And they've really had some breaks really go their way. And so at 3.5, I'm compelled. If I'm going to bet this game, I'm compelled to take the Texans. I know it's not a sexy bet, but I just think it's too many points for a defense that's coming back up, and we're seeing them
top 10.
Yeah, right. That's too many points here. I expect this close.
Yeah. It's 3.5, three now over at Circa. So you're getting a little bit of data there. Yeah, you can get a 3 minus 120. Unfortunately, no minus 110, 3.5s. And Fanatics is saying they have a plus 3.5, minus 110. No. What say you? Kansas City here sitting at minus 3.5. Remember, this opened Kansas City plus 3.5, almost a 6-point move. Mahomes is an amazing quarterback from a win probability, but from a cover probability, 6 points, I don't know.
Yeah, I love it when it's 3-0, so I'm with the Texans.
Yeah.
And I think they have the defensive line that can take advantage of a bad home line and a hobble.
Yes. Right. I agree. What I'm concerned about in this game and why it's just really hard for me to want to get action down is this offense, second year for Stroud, has looked nothing like it did last year, which is quite interesting. They had so many issues on their offensive line and health last year, more healthy this year, but we're seeing regression. And I think that's for a number of reasons. We're also seeing interesting play caller. I think Adam Chernoff from RAS, he calls this out a lot, and I couldn't agree more. The NFL, the offenses that have the most success throwing the ball on first down. This is what you should be doing. And the best teams are not only throwing the ball on first down, but they're having success doing it. Bobby Slowick? No, fuck that. We're running the ball on first down. And I understand Mixon is an athlete, but these types of play calls make it so you're out, 2nd and 9, 2nd and 8, and then you're not technically behind, but your offense can't flourish, and that's concerning to me. And here we are, week 16, and we're still seeing that.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on with that offense. no play for me, but you heard it here. It looks like Texans plus 3.5. And the market, Circa's taking some action here, late mature action, which is really valuable information over on the Texans. So if you're interested, it looks like Fanatics potentially still has a 3.5 minus 110 for the Texans if you want to be a believer there. The other game, Baltimore versus Steelers here. Pickett's out of this game. I think, to me, a huge issue. Earlier in the week, we had the show. Kevin was talking about Tage Seth. Shout out to Tage. His analysis on how much that offense drops with Pickens out of the lineup. And here you have a pass funnel defense in Baltimore that you want to be targeting. You want to be throwing the ball against Baltimore's defense, but yet we know we're basically getting a discounted, a dollar version of this offense when Pickens is out for Pittsburgh. So I'm not surprised to see this. The market has now moved this to 7. So I don't know, Steve. We talked about it. We talked about it early in the week. We said 7 and a hook was when we would start to maybe lean in Pittsburgh's favor. We're sitting here at 7. Seems like no man's land now, but tell me your thoughts.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. And we talked about this last week when we had Steelers versus Eagles. We were on the Steelers there, and the thought process was, we're going to see if we get Pickens here last week, right? Obviously, we didn't get that. But what I'm concerned about, though, is we went to that game thinking Russ is not the quarterback this year, despite all the hype around the moon balls and this and that, to really sling it. And I don't know if he's the one to take advantage of these pass funnel defenses, especially if you look at a Steelers offense that is built on running the ball here, right? And so are they a team to take advantage of that? I don't think this matchup bodes well for them. And I'm with you. Yeah, 7.5 as a better, just so much value. You get that hook, you want to take that, but I'm not sure this is where I feel confident in doing that. I do want to highlight Mr. Katz though, because we talk about correlation versus causation, and this is probably one of my favorite sort of trend stats, etc. Have you heard about the Toyota-thon and Jordan Love effect? Okay, so Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers have been playing out of their freaking minds during the Toyota-thon. And that's the winter sale Toyota has. And it's so much so that the Green Bay Packers have officially petitioned Toyota to extend Toyota-thon throughout the end of the season into the postseason because
for Green Bay.
Because they played so well.
I mean, look, who am I to judge, Steve? You know me and my weird little ticks when it comes to juju and look, when it comes to playing sports, betting on sports, I don't know what it is. I could be, and I am one of the most analytically driven people. I have to have a feature. If I'm betting on something and I don't have a feature, I ain't fucking betting. I can just bet, I don't know, right? And can I explain that logically? No. And is that illogical? 100%. So fucking rolls. I might go buy a Toyota today. Step 1, buy a Toyota, and then very quickly, step 2, take futures for Green Bay, right? That's got to be the move.
Yeah.
So
that's what we call a correlated parlay. Yeah. Okay, I want to highlight Mr. Katz here. So he asked, at what number would you feel would you take SMU here? He feels comfortable at 17.5 hypothetically. Here's my concern, right? So going into this, if Penn State's driving right now, if Penn State gets this touchdown and they go 14-0, yes, at some point they can't win by infinity, but what I'm concerned about here is SMU becomes even more one-dimensional. We talked about going into this game. SMU has a tendency to throw the ball more than run, over expected, right? That's their bread and butter. But if you make SMU one-dimensional where they have to throw, and you get Penn State to rear their ears back and attack Kevin Jennings, I think this can get ugly pretty quickly. So I don't really know if I have a number per se. I mean, yes, there's a number out there. I don't have one. Seth, you have any feeling on this?
Yeah, I couldn't disagree more.
Okay.
The whole reason you run a run rate or pass rate over expected is because you want to know relative to an average team given the same down distance, field position, time remaining, what does the team do? And if a team like SMU is run a pass rate over expected of what did you say, 7%? 6%. They're already throwing the ball way more. So they're already quote unquote one dimensional. That is their dimension. Their dimension is to go to it. So again, I hear what you're saying, but I don't think this is going to change anything from a game plan standpoint or a defensive attack against Penn State. Now, we can put some numbers on this, okay? So we can model this in a couple different ways. When you want to take into account the travel and game aspects of where this game is being played, the biggest number I can tell you is 16.5. That's what I think if we're talking alts, that's what I would be targeting. And quite frankly, to me, I think 13.5 is probably the alt that you're going to want to comfortably take. I think anything beyond that is true gambling. You're not using numbers anymore, and you're just hoping Penn State wins by 42. So I think 16.5 is the best number I can give you from a modeling standpoint that we can make this game where, you see some outsized wins. And again, I think your best bet from a betting standpoint, and I don't know where the market is right now on this live, and you hear Obama, they're down. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. That's me. But I'm not the fun one. Steve's the fun one.
No, but I will say though, the one thing I will push back on is I think there's a difference between what an offensive game plan is in terms of run or pass or whatever, expecting what they tend to do versus being an obvious passing downs consistently throughout a game state. I do think the game state changes at some point, and what I mean by that is Penn State playing a base defense to guard against a team that's more likely to throw but will still run is different than Penn State being an all-out pass stop defense. I think that to me is what I mean by making SMU one-dimensional, playing into Penn State's potential favor there. But we'll see. I mean, this is speculation, right? I want to be absolutely clear about that. I don't have a number there, but I think that's what I'm concerned about on the other end.
Okay, but look, cart before the horse. It's 7-0. You're not even covering.
I'm answering the question.
We're not even covering the original 8.5. So we don't. I mean, look, I get it. If you want to bet the alts now, it looks like the live line's sitting at 11, 10.5. So if you want alts, the best thing I can tell you analytically, putting numbers to it, I think a 13.5 is where you're getting value, but you're probably not going to burn your money and you have a shot. I think beyond that, you're just betting with over. We're seeing it. This is going to be an interesting game. It's going to look a bit different than maybe I forecasted. This is going to be a lot different than clearly the Oregon game. This is, Penn State defense might win this game, and it may be a 20-17 game. It could be a 20-10 game. So. Yeah, that's where I'm at with this. Okay, let's while this game's unfolding here. SMU is moving the ball. So let's protect your 8.5s first before you go chasing waterfalls.
Well, I want to talk on this. So Penn State just went forward on 4th and 13. I wouldn't say it's quite no man's land. Now, listen, I understand college kickers are college kickers, right?
Yeah.
But part of this that concerns me is what's going on with the game plan. I mean, you see more of this in the NFL with this whole go for two notion inconsistently, right? I mean, if you're going to do something for the analytics or the numbers, you do it consistently to see that sort of true return that you expect to see. I don't really know what's happening in this game state here, but what I am curious about, to the point about covering that 8.5, is we've heard James Franklin come out and say he's aware of these numbers. He knows, not doesn't mean they're going to cover, right? But he's not letting up. So is that too aggressive though this early? 4th and 13 on the, was it a 35, something like that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4th and 13. I mean, look, they're probably, they have analytics teams. I'm sure they did the math. You got to, like you said, I mean, college kickers, and this is something that we know we're going to be adding in the offseason. You can look at basically EPA per kick, and you can put an EPA per kick on each kicker in college, and there's like the top 5 kickers and then everybody else. Yeah, if you don't have one of those guys, you have to you have to know that about yourself, and then act accordingly.
Now, Jack is commenting in 20-mile-per-hour winds, probably not many field goals this game.
Fair.
I looked at last night because I was looking for, obviously it's going to be cold in Beaver Stadium, but I was concerned about the wind. I didn't see that last night, but that's good to know. That definitely could play an effect, obviously, on an otherwise spotty position to begin with. So.
Okay. I'm just trying to, and I know we're all over the place, so bear with us, guys. But this Drexel game is at halftime, and I think we can get. It looks like we can get some Drexel
value here.
Yeah, potentially. I'm just 16. We can get a 13. We can get a 13 live. They're losing by 6. But originally we made the number 14, so I don't really want to chase it in this situation.
Sure.
But we'll keep an eye on that. If that can get back to the 16, I'd love to bet it. I think though I just want to make sure we don't miss it. The South Carolina game, that already also started. They're winning by 1. Can we still show the value there?
This mimosa, by the way, is absolutely lovely. Octavio, you've outdone yourself here. All right. I've never had I don't know if I can ever go past and have a mimosa and not in a boot. So thank you.
We got you.
7.5 is what we need. It looks like 4 is only. So unfortunately, we just didn't move fast enough, guys. But that's why we're using this data. That's why we're using the information.
Yeah, but I do want to call out though, like they're 300 and was it 40 something D1 basketball teams? Like this would be impossible. So like as someone who loves to bet college basketball, right? Like just trying to keep up on these games every 3 days. That's if you fall in one team, right? What I love about this too is you have people who have been doing this a lot longer than we have, just from an analytical standpoint, using their consensus. I have never been.
They're not using their consensus. We're using that.
No, that's what I get. I'm saying I'm speaking, but that's what I'm not. No. Correct me if I'm wrong here. Like I would never bet on a Merrimack team or Carolina State or maybe I bet against Green Bay right now because they are getting an absolute dog walk by everyone they play. They lost to a D2 team yesterday, so maybe that one. But other than that, I'm not betting on anybody in that bottom half of the bracket. So I'm really excited about that. But going back to football here, looking at this Penn State game, obviously we're going to try to see what happens in this cover. Yeah. But just kind of looking ahead here, is anyone having action in the chat? Anybody having action on Clemson?
Yeah, the next game.
Yeah, so I want to start getting a little preview on that right now because we talked about this, and you hear, obviously Texas has the 2 losses to Georgia, and sort of the knock against Texas is, they're in the SEC, but who did they really play in terms of like the elites of the elites compared to them beating up on, maybe lesser known teams here? I don't know if I really subscribe to that, but that's the narrative that's being pushed. And then you have the Clemson factor, as you have an explosive play here from SMU. The Clemson factor, Dabo's been here. Now, Clemson lost to South Carolina. They only got into the ACC championship because of Syracuse, right? And it did work, right, in the game to get here. But is Clemson really vulnerable here?
It's going to think of the opposite. I'm thinking it's Texas vulnerable.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah.
And this is tough. I was trying to pull up points for Eckel here. Points for Eckel on offense. We're looking at Texas with 4.79. So they're just getting above. They're averaging somewhere between a field goal and a touchdown, but a little bit closer to the field goal than they are. And then when we look at points per Eckel for Clemson, they're giving up 4.9 points per Eckel. So my question is, can Clemson finish? Can Texas finish drives? They have struggled all season in the red zone, and to me, this is going to be the game. It was the game. It was the game in Georgia. Right. If it was field goal after field goal after field goal, if all those were touchdowns, or even some of those were touchdowns, Texas wins that game easily. And so I have concerns. Now, I don't know that Clemson's defense is good as Georgia's defense. Sure. And this is where our models kind of disagree. We see pretty much directional agreement on all of the games when we do some spectral modeling for basically where the game's going to be played. We decided to relax these assumptions, and those are the forecasts you guys are seeing if you're members on the website. They're a bit more conservative, but given this is the first playoff, it's better to be conservative. But so in those forecasts, we make the number something like, I think, -11 for But if we put those assumptions back on and we show some of this travel stuff and where the game's going to be played, we then make this game +1 Clemson. So, a 10-point swing. Sheesh. So these are very diametrically opposed forecasts. Yeah. Which one is real? I don't know. If you go by the market's been eating up Texas. I actually haven't had a chance to look today. Let's take a look now. Sitting at 13.5. So the market is just continue to buy nonstop. It looks like we touched 14 yesterday, so we've kind of finally seen the ceiling.
Yeah.
On how far this number is going to get. If you're going to be a Clemson fan, I guess you're really looking for 14 and get some of those pushes. But I don't know. This is a stay away for me. I've been disappointed by Texas quite a lot this season. But I mean, Clemson is a weird team. Clemson's a weird team.
Yeah. You know, I agree with everything you said. I have the opposite takeaway. Okay. For me, this is something that's ballooned. I think it's open. Well, at least when I saw it at 11.5 earlier in the week. And you see buy, and then you get to 14 or some buyback down for Clemson.
Open at 8.5.
8.5. Okay.
So that's like just nonstop buying until 14.
Nonstop. Sure. Do you go better at 14? Key number. Yes, 100%. Even better at 14.5. I think 13.5 for me is too much. And we talk about modeling, right? We talk about if this game is played 1,000 times, like what's going to be sort of your right? Exactly. Okay. Right. But in this matchup, and this is not necessarily a positive move here, guys, so you proceed with caution. This is not financial advice, but this is one of the ones where I can see this game going tails, right? I mean, I can see Texas having a really good game, but I can also see Clemson winning this game outright. And because of everything we just highlighted in terms of Texas' inability to finish drives, along with coaching experience with Dabo Swinney there, and this Clemson team kind of being hot or cold. When they're good, they're really good. When they're bad, they're really bad here. So it's a gamble, but I think I saw it plus 280 money line.
Yeah, here, let's look to see what the best number is.
To me, that's a sprinkle.
No, it's going to be way more now because it's at 13.
Sure, yeah.
Plus 440 over at FanDuel makes every moment more.
Yeah.
Plus 470. Plus 485 over at ProfitX. Use code BTB. Yep. For sign up. Yeah, I mean, that's actually the best number at ProfitX. 485.
Okay. That's going to be the move then. Yeah. And again, that's the thing. Talking to sprinkle. Let's not get crazy. But yeah.
It's Arizona. A sprinkle counts as a rain. All right. I couldn't disagree more. Sure. Yeah, that's fair. But like we said, the model can get there when you take some of these things into account. I just don't know. It's tough. It's just stay away from me. Stay away from me. I think Texas can easily win this game. It's hard to see for me. I guess I can kind of see what you're saying. Like if Texas just doesn't do the things that we've seen them struggle with, which is finishing drives in the red zone. I think Vaughn is actually out for this game.
Yeah, Isaiah Vaughn, their leading receiver.
So that can be a big deal if we see these field goals and it's 13-10.
Right.
When you're talking about those tails, when are you really going to see these tails like exemplified? Unders, right? Unders where there's low scoring. This is when the Iberians, things like that can win.
Agreed.
And I'll give you the kind of been here before angle. Now, to be honest, so is Texas. They were in the playoff last year, right? So they have been here before as well. But we saw them. There was no reason they should not have won the SEC championship game. Sure, that was concerning.
Sure, yeah, I
agree. And I don't know if I don't know what's going on there. If viewers has heard, and I think the way they're going to need to do this is also more on the ground. I think Clemson struggles defensively, defending the run more so than they do the passes. They're a top 10 defense against the pass. It's not so against the run. They're in the hundreds, so they're going to need to run the ball.
Yeah. Agreed. All right, Hughes third down here, 3rd and 16 for SMU.
Shout out Nick Saban. Today at College Game Day.
Another big six.
He could go all the way. Okay, let's go. All right, so let's check in here. Penn State, we got a -6.5 on me. We got a -3.5 for Seth. We got a -8.5 for Mo. Octavio, we're gonna get you a bet in somehow. All right.
Okay. -17.5.
17. All right. We are Penn State. Oh, there we go.
I fucking moved all the way across the United States from Philadelphia to Phoenix just to hear the same bullshit.
Okay, you have animated pull up. Can you see?
I want to see.
I want to see what the live
Line.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Live.
Because now I think the horse is at the cart, and we can start looking at.
Mo called it, I think, exactly 18 and a half, 17 and a half.
Okay.
20 and a half over at ESPN bet. Don't bet over there. 19 and a half at Fanatics. Looks like your best number right now is over at DraftKings. Make it every moment less.
Oh, and Mr. Katz, a -6.5 and a -8.5. Okay, shout out Mr. Katz.
Cats.
But hold on. So this goes back to your point earlier, Katz. 17.5. I'm seeing the market. That was a hypothetical number. And I'm not pressuring you to do anything. I'm just saying now that we're seeing.
Well, no, it's a hypothetical number, but now you're getting a horrible price. You're getting -110.
Yeah. Well, I just want to know his thought process. But yes, let's talk about it.
I'm saying you pregame 16 and a half is probably like +200.
Oh, sure.
So now you get ripped off.
Yeah, but I think his question was why? Like this is game sake. Like at what point have you gone too far in the line market?
We were 16 and a half, so I think our median house. If we incorporate, so I to stay away from me. There's plenty of, there's so much action today. Like go just bet on a new game. Like there's literally, and I mean this not exaggerating, literally right now an NFL game's about to start.
Yeah.
Literally right now.
Hey, you do what you want. What's that headline? So no, don't do that. No, you do that. You do whatever you want.
NFL started right now. Just start anew. At least you're betting on a coin flip versus like a lot of market. Look, I want to point something out. Penn State has not scored offensively. This is true. That is true. If you got an 8.5 ticket, you're far from safe. I have a 3.5 ticket. I'm far from safe. All right. We haven't talked about it all day. Representing Tennessee today. Go Vols. This game is fucking crazy to me. I don't know what to make it. College game day this morning. Not exaggerating. Fucking good old Rocky Top. Woo! Rocky Top, Tennessee in Ohio.
Yeah.
They have fully taken over. They were saying it's 60-40 balls to whatever Ohio people are, Buckeyes. And I don't know. We were there this year when they beat Alabama. That electric. It was one of maybe the best environment we've seen. Obviously, we've seen this before at LSU. We've seen how well the Tennessee fan travels. They're obviously doing it for this Ohio State game. Given all that, that's to me not going to matter all that much. Can Tennessee do what we basically have not seen them be able to do, which is put their offensive money where their mouth was supposed to be? It was Nico all season for the Heisman. He was supposed to be hyped when they played Kent State and beat them by 1 billion. It was, oh my gosh, this offense is going to be so explosive, so amazing. And basically since then, we've seen them just shit the bed and go into, have some crazy losses. Go into Arkansas, lose that game. And here they are in the playoffs going up against one of the best defenses in Ohio State, and Tennessee themselves, very, very good defense. And can we get an offensive show from Tennessee that I think you're going to need, right?
Yeah, no, agreed. I'm trying to pull up our model now. Just to look at things. One thing, I'm with you. The one thing that concerns me though is Ohio State. And listen, I know it's a rivalry game. I know it's a way different thing here, but the Ohio State-Michigan game, right? We got Big Ten football, run the ball, stop the run, right? Now, we think of Tennessee offense, we think of them really more of their defense, quite frankly, that's been more of a shining light, and then the passing-based offense. I'm looking at their splits of run versus pass, and, no shocker, Tennessee is more efficient at throwing the ball here. But there's a formula to take down Ohio State. We've seen Oregon do it. We've seen Michigan do it in dramatic fashion. For me, I think I saw somebody get up to 7.5 here. Yeah, the fan thing, sure, that's a great story and whatnot, but it's going to happen on the field here. I don't know if I trust 7 in the hook for the Buckeyes here. I think I feel more compelled, if I'm going to touch this game, to take the balls with the hook. Am I crazy?
Well, it doesn't look like you are, because there's been some buying here at Circa and at Chris yesterday, which is sitting at 7. You can still get some expensive looks. DraftKings plus 7.5 minus 112 looks to be the best. So if you're gonna bet it, I think DraftKings plus 7.5 minus 112 is the number. Look, this is the one few times like I'm gonna kind of bet emotionally bit. Like we have the Tennessee storyline for us. We went to the Tennessee game. It's a special place in my heart, especially this season for them. We've been burned on them, betting them, from an analytical approach. We were high on them in that Georgia game, and they did deliver in the first half and then shit the bed in the second half.
Yeah.
So I'm concerned that Tennessee might not have success against that Ohio State defense, but I agree with you that it does seem like physicality on the edge is potentially the way that you can disrupt them, and then their corners can be picked on, so to speak. I mean, we saw Indiana do it, and they pulled a couple of penalties. And so, do you do that if you're Tennessee? And we know they can run the ball, and so run the ball. Try the points are going to be rare, a little bit of an under, and I think it can be a lot tougher to cover the 7.5. Yeah. So although our models don't fully get there, we make this something in a raw number like 10.5. I think unfortunately I probably do have to take the 7.5 minus 112 over at DraftKings.
Okay. Huge stop here for SMU here. Okay, so we got 4th and 9, 11:07 left in the second here, and another SMU punt coming up here. This to me, this quarter's going to be the make or break. I don't want to sound hyperbolic or dramatic here, but Penn State going up 21-0. I think this is danger territory right now. And I know I didn't acknowledge it earlier because Kevin's not here today, but he's in the chat. And he said Penn State scored. I'll have to check my mimosa. I'm not going to do that, but I definitely will have a celebratory drink. We get up 21-0.
What is Doug turned out to chuck?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm being called on the back for turning down the chug, which I don't really do, but we're being professional today.
Chugs are never been able to do. Never my strong suit.
Oh yeah, I know.
My chugging skills are just subpar.
Yes, but Mr. Katz, you bring up a good point here. Yeah, Penn State still has not scored an offensive touchdown. What's going to happen here, right? I still want to see Penn State do something on the offensive side of the ball. You're absolutely
We could have been more diametrically opposed here, Steve. This game is way closer than I think. 21-0 to me is still. No, it's still a close game.
Yeah, I'm not taking victory laps, but I'm happy.
I don't know enough about it.
Yeah. Listen, as someone, and you guys know, if you've been betting for a long time, nobody's ever safe, right? I mean, we've seen, we've seen 30-point collapses in the NBA. We've seen wild shit happen in the NFL. We've been burned on the Ravens, God knows how many times, with fourth quarter collapses, and same in college. So I'm not doing the victory lap. So I want to be clear about that. I'm not jinxing it.
But I don't even mean from victory lap. I just mean from a live betting. This game doesn't have the game state speed for tails to me. We're seeing offense struggle, but quite frankly, it's clear that SMU is capable of explosives. One explosive, and it's 7-14. You know what I mean? This game, or if it was 21-0, then it's 7-14. The game state to me is fragile, especially with Penn State not being able to move offensively. Go ahead.
No, I just feel like well, no. You said different things, but I feel like we agree on the end goal there, except for the being happy part. I refuse to let this Saturday be ruined. I guess.
It won't be ruined. So we got an injury in the Texas game. Offensive lineman, offensive lineman down for Texans. They had to be helped off the field, not carted. I got Rose on the line. That's not good. Big man fall hard. 3.5, you said? No, that's what you got. Okay. The Chiefs just feel inevitable.
It's right on time.
Stroud, man.
No, this is a 4th and.
They just go for it?
They just went for it on their own 19.
They didn't get it. That's a bad spot, too. Wow.
Okay, this is twice now.
So that means that Franklin believes that they just don't have athletes. They can just bully ball. Yes, that's what he's communicating. And he must feel that way from scouting.
They do.
That's a terrible. Yeah, man. What did we forget is betting on Coach Franklin.
But no. The thesis is though he can't beat good teams.
Yeah.
SMU's not a good team.
Wow. They've been one on their own 19. They didn't get it.
See, they're forcing their offense when they don't have anything rather than manage the game.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is going to be a huge.
So there you go. Just like that.
I need to order another mimosa.
All right. What are the people asking? What are they talking about? So I think you're gonna. I think that's a huge mistake.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you can't have that. But again, though, this goes back to the 4th and 13. They went for it and they get it. You can sell me on we don't have a kicker, field conditions, whatever. But what's the point? Yeah, what's the point?
I don't know.
In this early, nothing in the game's that calls for that.
You were saying that there is it 20 mile an hour? Because they're throwing the ball, so it must not be. Is it 20 miles? 20 miles?
Yeah, we can check weather.com.
Okay. All right, what are the people talking about?
Yeah, Chad, what do you guys want to talk about? I know we have a pin here. We have 2 bets. Penn State minus 3.5 is what Seth has. Expensive 3.5 or regular?
Minus 120.
Minus 120. I have a minus 6.5, minus 120. We got those both live. Our buddy in the background has Penn State minus 8.5
And money line.
Cats has minus 6.5 and a minus 8.5. Shout out. Anybody else touching this game? Anybody else looking at SMU for a comeback here? Any Mustang fans in the chat? Yeah.
Wow. What the mother?
So that's 3 interceptions today, right?
Three.
The first one not returned for a pick 6.
Oh, you're right.
No. This is the first one not returned for a pick 6. I'm sorry. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, hat trick.
Wow.
That is insane. No, so we talk about variance and explosive plays here. Penn State's defense has been good. Yeah. Well, but that's gonna go down the stat. She has an interception there, but like that. Holy shit! Yeah.
I mean, that's like from an expected points on that drive. They were probably expected to score like 5.8 points on that drive, so that's like literally a 5.8 point play right there. Or a negative 5.8.
It's not the other way, right? Like,
Yeah, well, true. Yeah, you're right. But it's like at that point in the field, your expected points is like 0.2.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. It's probably closer to 6. That's probably a 6-point swing right there from an expected point standpoint.
Shout out weather.com. Looking at 15-mile-per-hour winds right now at the stadium.
It's awesome.
But when the bass goes from Obama, I go, that's got to add at least 2 or 3.
Can I say you were there with me? Who was that? 2018
Coachella.
Yeah, we saw Obama at Coachella.
This has got to be one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Oh my god! But I don't know. It was funny, but like I don't know if it was like it's so good or it's so sad. So we were walking on different sets, and Obama comes on one of the stages, and he does some whatever song that no one knows of, and the crowd's without him. Then you hear it. You go,
You're good. Come on in.
Yeah, he comes in. He does. Or sorry, check bless. He does the Obama song, and crowd was insane. Crowd was absolutely insane. I have never seen, and I mean, I have never seen like people go crazy in my life.
Yeah,
in my life.
Yeah.
And so the song goes off. So the song goes off. Everyone starts walking. They're leaving the stage now because that's what they came for. He plays another song, gets nothing. They stop the song, replay Obama, and everyone comes running back, losing their freaking minds.
He did it like 3-4 times.
Yeah, it was insane.
But I couldn't. And every time it was crazy.
Yeah,
they like everybody lost their mind more. Yeah, no, it was that was one of the fun years. But it just also attests to how crazy that song is. Yeah, how hard it goes.
Oh yeah,
and I can imagine like 100K deep in Penn State.
Oh my god, yeah. Okay, so 3 interceptions. How are we feeling? I mean, because again, to your point earlier, like yes, Penn State's
look, you can obviously win a game defensively, but at some point, SMU is going to hit one of these explosives. You need Penn State not being able to move the ball is concerning.
Agreed. Well, so yes, agreed. I think what's more concerning to me though is I don't know if Penn State's defense is playing as well as the box score indicates, right? Like meaning that you have these 3 interceptions. I don't know if they were timely. I don't call them lucky plays. I'm not sure if it's a luck, but those are the highest of the highest. Let's see, stop here. I don't think you can rely on interceptions. I guess is what I'm trying to say here. I haven't seen Penn State consistently stop SMU. They're just getting breaks with these late interceptions, and that's to me is concerning. Because to your point, SMU can pop one off at any time.
Yeah. You're 8.5 right now. You're far from safe.
Yeah.
And again, you're not seeing anything out of Penn State's offense. It's very concerning.
Yeah. Mr. Katz will be alive for this game. We just for a Penn State SMU game. Yeah. And then we'll run a packet up just here here.
So we got a whole.
So far, 4th and 2. It looks like they're going for it.
For the Texans game.
For the Texans game, Chiefs convert. Was that Brown? What can Brown do for you?
So again, here we go. 3rd and 10, Penn State here.
20.
Yeah.
But apparently everything's 4 down territory. Really? They only need 5. This is an interesting game. Now, from a playoff standpoint, this is a good game. This is very different than
most of the Indiana Notre Dame.
Yeah.
And although that end was wild.
But with Indiana.
Yeah, when they got the touchdown onside kick. Okay. Huge play. Okay, there you go.
1 inch away from being sacked, probably. All right. So walk us through. So the rest of the day?
Yeah.
You're betting Clemson money line?
Yeah, sprinkles.
What is sprinkles?
It's not financial advice. I think it probably, I don't know, maybe like anywhere between a quarter to half a minute.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's like electricity.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. What about you?
Nothing.
Yeah. And then after that, we have
Maybe something live, but
sure. No, that's it. That's fair.
and then I think I'm going to go Tennessee plus 7.5.
Yes. Yeah. The 7.5 is screaming my name.
Touchdowns. Mahomes is inevitable. Even with broken ankles.
Is he going to win the MVP though?
You got MVP tickets for Allen? No. You got MVP tickets for Allen?
I wish I did. We thought before the season there was value on Buffalo too. He told me that.
Makes sense.
All right, the completion by Penn State here.
So we're gonna pull. Are we gonna pull the trigger on the one last game weekend? Coastal Carolina plus 15.5.
Nope.
Let's see where these live games are.
It was that second 15, third short here. But again, to your point here, if Penn State doesn't get this, you got to imagine it's 4 down territory. Whether you want it or not. And I don't know if I want it.
Say it again.
So it's 3rd down now, third and medium. But you got to imagine, to your point, James Franklin has made it clear everything is 4 down territory, no matter where they are on the field. As you get a good first down from an outlet rush.
Mahomes 27 yards rushing to Teddy.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta stop falling for this. Yeah, you guys gotta stop falling for this ankle game. Every year. Performances,
He's got a Torlac on board. He's definitely got oral opioids on board.
Yes, steroids. I felt for it.
You guys know better. You know they got the whole kit in the boodle. Nobody's on heroin.
that's my point. He's maybe altered in. Yeah, he's right. But people say, he can't play. He can't feel anything right now. He's fine.
Yeah, he can't feel anything. No. Yeah. Couldn't pass the drug test. Reverse 2-yard gain. All right, chat. You tell. What do you guys bet on? So
Yeah.
Clemson, Texas. What do you guys bet on in that game? And what are you guys taking in the Tennessee game? Tennessee, Ohio State. I don't know. That game I'm so torn on.
Tennessee, Ohio
I feel like I got to be a ball this season and just I can.
We do have overalls here, so there may be a
Tennessee.
wardrobe. Yeah, from Tennessee. There may be a wardrobe change.
There will be a wardrobe change. I brought my Tennessee shirt. But yeah, let's chat. What do you guys do? So okay, are we gonna take? Oh, hey, it looks like
A little razzle dazzle for a sack. Okay.
Let's take that back.
All right, for a 6-yard game.
State is hanging on for dear life.
All right, Brian, so you got Clemson team total under 19.5. Let's move lower right now. Under 19.5. Okay, so Brian, walk me through that. I'm obviously here to make as we get a Penn State touchdown. We are Penn State. There we go. All right. Okay, so Brian, let me get back to you real quick. That's an offensive touchdown. How are you feeling?
This is
You're in here first.
I might take some whatever 23. I might take some 20 plus 23.
Yeah.
Like, I do not think this could be a blowout.
I don't disagree.
Drive was sloppy and lucky.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Now, if they play more bomb like 2 minutes aside,
Okay, but I want to go back to Brian though. It says you got Clemson team total under 19.5. Is this more Clemson's inability on the offensive end, more Texas defensive ability, or a little bit of both here? What's your thought process on the 19.5? Cats, you got a Texans 9.5 live minus 105. Okay. Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
Also, shout out to Parker Fleming Stats Award on Twitter, College Football Insiders. Really want to shout out all the work that Parker's done and does. Big part of the community for analytics, big part of forecast, and I want to shout them out because his website you can go right now and get forecasts, individual team totals for all of these teams, not only in the playoff. You can also use the power rating to generate spreads for upcoming matchups. So just a really great tool, completely free. And we can attest, we've worked with Parker Consulting just to learn from what he's done as far as spending time and studying college football. And a lot of, a good amount of the work he's done has influenced us in our knowledge. College Football Insiders, and one of, if not the best free tools. It's basically the chem so if you guys aren't using that, and I bring that up because this person wanting with the person name, Brian. Yeah. Brian is trying to get team total. This will give you forecast for Clemson, and his team total is 20.461. Okay. All right. So Parker's making this like an 8-point spread. We don't disagree all that much. We're closer to 10.
Yeah,
closer to 10, 5-6 months ago.
Okay. Kev has a Penn State plus 2,000 to win the national championship here.
Is Kevin in the chat?
Kevin's in the chat. Kevin's in the chat. Kevin, plus 2,000 alive and well. Hey guys, roast Kevin. Tell me why this is a good bet, or tell me why it's a bad bet. I want to hear what you guys think.
Plus 2,000?
Yeah.
How can it be a bad bet?
Oh, no, I hate Kevin.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm joking. Love you, Kevin. I'm trying to get some. As we get another Penn State title. Okay, all right. Brian, you think a low-scoring game and Clemson team total is safer bet than a total? Okay, so it sounds like you're a little bit afraid of some Texas explosives and kind of run away with it. I don't know if I really believe in Texas offense consistently, but I'm not mad at the thought process. I'm not mad at it. Michael, any bets for this game? Yeah, so you've got a couple bets going on. Seth has a minus 3.5 Penn State or minus 120. These are all live bets, by the way. I have a minus 6.5, minus 120. We got some friends in the bar here who have minus 8.5 and money line Penn State. And then we got some folks in the chat here who also have some minus 6.5 and minus 8.5 live. So, Mike, you touch this one? I see the live bets. Any bets pregame? No. So we we ran for this week. We have the college football model that we originate, and we had no games that met our 3% edge. So we did have some leans on some 1 to 2% edge games, I believe. I believe Penn State was one of them.
Yeah, when it likes all the favorites. We're chalk. Not enough.
Yeah.
It also, in full transparency, it's tough for what we do publicly versus privately.
Sure.
Like, look, I might bet something on the 1% edge, but I don't want to give that out because I want the members to win, right? Like, that's our job. Our job is to set those people up and everybody else to be successful. And the problem with taking some marginal bets is there's variance. Like, look, the model is profitable this year. Yeah, I took a lot of edge and close. I'm negative for the season because of that. And I'm happy to take some more risks there where I can kind of use the model a little bit more advanced. But so there's always nuance for that. And so I think there's some value on some of these college football plays, but for us to give them out, they're just too marginal. They're just too marginal. And again, our job, like we treat this serious. Like we're not financial advisors. But when it comes to sports betting, I see myself as a fiduciary. I'm sure I am not trying to give people bad information, give people bad bets, and try to set them up to do the best that they can and be accountable for that, right? And so it's hard to give out the marginal stuff. Pretty much all of it is marginal.
Yeah.
But all chalky. All chalk. Yeah, pretty much across the board. Chalk.
Rock, chalk, Jayhawk.
Yeah.
Real quick, that fumble was over down. So we got SMU second and 10.
They need to play Mo Bamba.
But Michael, are you touching anything today? I want to know what are your bets. We've been going through kind of what some future pregame bets would be. Again, not model plays officially, but just what we're looking at.
Can you repeat that? So what was that logic? He was saying that he wants to take team total under because he thinks this will be a blowout.
No. So he says, Brian has a Clemson team total under 19.5. He said he thinks it'll be a low-scoring game. The Clemson team total is safer bet than the overall total. And so I was saying back to him, is your concern that you can see Texas potentially having an offensive day against some explosives and ruining the total, but slacking Clemson?
I mean, if you really want to get funky today, Clemson team total under and them to win. Those are things that are probably correlated more than you think because a low total game is going to favor the dog. Sure. Yeah. And the lower the total, if this game is 12 to 10, runs and wins, they're under the total and they cover. Like you can get some negative correlated stuff. Now you got to be a real freak of that. But these are kind of the ways. Trying to think of, just trying to think of these different angles and how they kind of work together. That is something to look at. Or one money line and under in the game, you can get something similar. That's not crazy.
I think that's a little more palatable. Maybe I can see your logic there. I do agree. Now we have a 4-3 here for SMU. 4-3 they're going for. Yeah, right.
Just avoided a huge sack in the previous play.
Yeah, but he didn't do it this time. He didn't do it this time. Nope. Here we go.
Penn State. This Penn State defense is just really, really good. What did it say? Oh, so we didn't take that. We didn't want to pay attention to it, you redo it. All right, so we got Clemson under Clemson money line. Oh, you're on what? Minus 12 and a half.
Texas minus 12 and a half. Okay.
CLB?
Octavia, what you got?
You see those videos? Minus 30.
It's just mine up.
I'll free roll you $110. What do you want to bet?
Octavia's a sick man. Okay, Brian, you got SMU team total 2 was kind of the same thought process. It seems like these dogs won't hang in these games. But we talked about this last night, and it was kind of a conversation going on of us having all of the favorites, right? Was the first round particularly, maybe ASU in the second round, but the team talent disparities. That was kind of the thesis for the Indiana Notre Dame game. Yeah. Do you feel that any team has that same sort of discrepancy in the first round? To Brian's point about the dogs not being able to hang.
No.
Okay.
No, I think last night was your biggest example of that. I think even this SMU team is a step above that Indiana team from recruiting, talent, 4 or 5 Sunday. Sure. Okay. And it's only going to get more, right? Clemson, blue chip ratio ran at 50%. Yeah. And this is a team who preseason win the national championship using Buddy Elliott's blue chip ratio kind of metrics. When we look at Ohio State, Tennessee, the same thing in anonymous. And Ohio State, number 3 overall, but Tennessee's at about 15. So I think, although you can see that happen, I don't think it's because of talent. I think that angle, maybe this Penn State game, and for sure the Indiana game. But I think from here on out, I wouldn't hang around. I think that thesis falls apart. And go test this yourself. Go to 24/7 Sports, go to NCAA FB, and then go to Team Talent page, and you can see how he's ranked. We use those data, exact data, in our models. They're highly predictive. Period. Complaint. And the kind of way to forecast that is we need to be looking at the strength of and so. Yeah, I don't think there's as much disparity. In fact, I can do that myself. Yeah.
And while you're looking up, Brian, I am curious, what did you get, or what was the SMU team total? I'm just out of curiosity because I didn't see that line, so I'm just curious what the number was. You think Tennessee OSU will be closer than the ACC games? I do think Tennessee Ohio State is going to be a close game. I really do. I think 7.5 is far too much. I think there's a lot of game plan on how to beat this Ohio State team. I'm with you on that. Mr. Katz, 13.5 minus 120. Was that the SMU total? Mr. Katz?
It's just Clemson.
I appreciate that.
Overall strength in roster. Texas, so these are dudes, to your point, maybe why you want to take some money line. It's going to go kind of against this thesis. Tennessee 17th, the most recruited and ranked roster, going up against the number 3 in Ohio State. And yeah, so those are the last two. So yeah, just to put numbers on this, Notre Dame was 9. Indiana was 52nd.
Yeah, that's huge.
So, it's not the same. Then I'm looking to look right now for SMU. SMU 25, Penn State 11. So, these two games were the kind of biggest disparity in talent.
Sure. To that point, though, I'm curious. Can you look up what's Boise State's talent?
Yeah, Boise State.
He was just inside, and you're outside. And I was maybe it was just like,
76.
And what's Penn State's? Okay. So to that point, Brian, we're going to go back to the team talent angle. We saw the huge discrepancy. You say 956 for Indiana versus Notre Dame, right? And so now we have 11 and 70. Yeah. Okay. So that could be the next issue, potentially, right? But to your point, I think these teams are a lot. To an extent, I get why these teams are seeded where they are, but I think there's a lot of artificial things that are happening in these teams. I wouldn't read too much into that per se, but to your point about the kind of wide discrepancies in team talent, yeah, I think that's the only other matchup, maybe ASU, that you can run that angle for legitimately. I think other than that, that angle's kind of gone. You disagree? Yeah. Other teams, other matchups think would be
You don't think Penn State is?
No, that's what I'm saying. I think they are.
I've seen competition. Yes. If you're not following us, Brian, you need to follow us right now. Not only have we been talking about this and why this 5 or 6 seed were interesting, because they get a whole team, and then in this case, Penn State ended up getting in that they get a whole playoff team, and then they get to play. We see very much favored in this game. We gave out Penn State preseason plus 2,000. We ran the sim before the playoffs. We have Penn State plus 800. You don't have to even give it all that. Given their so yeah, I couldn't agree more with this. But now you're late to the party, right? You need to be doing this analysis 6 weeks ago. The market now is priced correctly at plus 650 for Penn State. I actually think I have plus 1,000, I believe, is my number for Penn State. So, yeah, I couldn't agree more. It will be interesting to see what we're going to get the spread to be here for this game. I don't know. actually, we may have a look ahead line.
Look at headline, yeah. While you're looking that up, I do want to highlight, going back to Cats and Brian's thing about the SMU teams over. So pre-game SMU, Brian, you got 21.5 and minus 122. And then it's sitting live right now. Cats is 10.5 now. I would be, I don't want to hear what you guys think. I would be honest. I think the 10.5 under scares me. Only because we've seen this SMU team have explosives on the offensive end. They've just been negated by these sort of explosives on the offensive end. I don't know how much command you have on that. Meaning that it gets to the third and fourth quarter, late third, early fourth, garbage time. SMU gets one more score at any point before that. You're banking on not a score in those last kind of garbage time minutes. I don't know if I feel comfortable with that, but I get why the game state is going that way. I would just caution. I don't think this game is as dominant as the box score shows.
I couldn't agree more. Yeah, do not. Let's just look like use with the market. Yeah, big price right now, 27.5. Oh, what a move by outline borderline take after the score, borderline take whatever you're going to get. We have not seen anything. You're not going to get 3 more interceptions that return for pick 6. So take those away, it's 7-0. Right. This game could look very different. Oh yeah, one of those interceptions was them on like the 5-yard. Like that could have been at least a field goal. I would not chase that. I think it's an yeah. But shout out to Mr. Katz. Hold on. Okay, he took a live plus 9.5. Houston took a field goal. 3-7 in the game.
Shut up. But I will say like this kind of thought process though is why I do love live betting, right? Because you can get these sort of game states. If you're just box score talking, like that's a completely different story than what's actually happening on the field. Yeah. So I'm a big believer in you can't know-ball your way to profitable betting, right? I mean that's kind of tried and true. There's zero doubt about that. But you can have yourself a bit of an advantage if you truly do understand game code dynamics and what's happening. You're not just looking at box score saying, "Oh, I think this and that." So this is part of your betting strategy. Ways you can be a sharper better. I think if you utilize that and not just trying to hop in things, you're looking at the odds screen, you're looking at things or FanDuel, whatever, to say, "Oh, that score's kind of crazy." You're actually watching the game. There can be edges to be accurate. All that being said, I don't think SMU under 10.5 is the way I would go personally. But it's your money. You're a grown-ass man. Do what you want to do. I don't know if I would do that.
Big reception for Houston there. Big reception. We go back now. 27.5 taken out. We're looking at 28.5 live line. Assuming we're going to see my score here on this next play. I don't know, Steve. I have no faith that this like I really do. 20.5.
January, I don't disagree. The one thing I am concerned about, like they dumb out just for the sake of having an argument here. Yeah. Normally you see teams go up big, right? A big part of the underdog, the team that's losing covering, is that the team that's winning becomes ultra conservative. They're just trying to run the clock out, right? They get really conservative, especially in the fourth quarter. More in the NFL than college for sure, but you still see that extent. Because I wouldn't be shocked to see Penn State continue to have a balance attack in the late third and fourth quarter. Now, to your point, I do expect SMU to score, right? Because I don't know if this is Penn State's last score. I guess is what I'm saying. I don't think this is Penn State's last attempt at trying to score. I think see teams stop trying to score late in the games.
I think SMU is just going to have some success.
Okay.
Offense.
I agree. Sure. Okay. No, yeah, I like it.
I mean, you can get 28.5. They haven't actually scored a touchdown
yet. Okay, anybody in the chat looking at these line bets here? Just out of curiosity, All right.
I feel like we've done the people a disservice. Let's actually place a bet.
Okay.
Arkansas State 15.5 over at ESPN bet minus 105. Coastal Carolina. Sorry, Carolina. Okay, Coastal Carolina. Yeah. Let me just double check that real quick before we lock that in.
Touchdown Penn State. All right, Mo, I like 8.5, man. I say I know like you're 30.5. You are a monster, sir. You're a monster. All right, so we're looking at a live bet here, or not live, I'm sorry. We're going to only live. It's a pre-game basketball bet using the college basketball model, code YT Live. You go to our website, btd-analytics.com. Link is in our description and bio. And it's the college basketball monthly package. You can get that completely for free, test it out. It's going to be a great tool. I'm personally ecstatic about having this. We're going to look at it now, and we're going to confirm the number and potentially place a bet. Yeah. But I mean, we are up to 2 offensive Penn State touchdowns, so just want to put that for the record.
Can I have one of those? And then I'll do can we get some food for me?
Yeah, we got it.
We got issues too.
That's Kanye. Okay, I'm not okay. It's a Kanye book everything.
There really is.
Oh, shout out Cats, Drexel Cash.
Of course they did. You see that? Did they get that? Did they win? Did Drexel win?
Yeah, let me look. They lost by 4. What's the number for Coastal?
I think it's 15.5, but just bear with me. I'm trying to just connect.
Sure.
This is all beta, so the last thing I want to do is to have us bet something we remember.
Yeah, because we care. It's like we're not fucking around with you guys. We care. We do our due diligence.
Yeah.
I think the this year is really the way to put that.
Yeah.
I like that. They're at 14.5 at ESPN bet. They're not just more so uninnovative the last rank.
We make this number like
All right, hopefully it's SMU stop before halftime. Hey Mo, we doing shots for every time Penn State scores?
offensive session.
Just have flashbacks of terrible.
What? Okay, so chat. Actually, Mo, come back here, Mo. Come on, show me your face here. We're going to have a quick story time while we're looking at the numbers.
You want to get over this here?
Okay, yeah. You can keep it. I still don't think you're sure.
Listen, Mo, you can talk into that one.
There we go. All right. So this is our buddy Mo. Went to college together. Owner of Bourbon Bend. If you're ever in Tucson, Arizona, come down to university. Come out to Bourbon Bend. Amazing place. So a few years ago, in the old school football playoff, the college football playoff, we had this bet. It was Oklahoma and who else?
Alabama.
Yeah. And so we had a bet that every time someone scored, we would take a shot. And I don't know if you guys remember that game, but that game was like, it ended up being, I don't know how many touchdowns. We were classic by halftime. We were beyond gone. I have never seen so many scores in such a quick amount of time here. Do you even remember that day?
I don't remember. I remember how we started. I don't remember how it ended. The total hit well over 50 to 60 points, I believe. It was a great day, but a terrible day at the same time.
Oh yeah. I'm just trying to see if I can get that.
We thought it was a great idea as college students. Miserable.
Yeah, 45 to 34 was the final score.
There you go.
Yeah, 79 points were scored that day. And yeah, that's the needed the liver transplant. Okay, so Mo, talk this through. We're kind of talking to the chat here, talking to teams. We got Penn State. You're on -8.5, and you're on money line at 12. What do you have coming up next?
I'm laying at 12.5 with Texas. I'm a little different from a lot of people with the Clemson money, but I believe this Texas offense will rebound. I think the home field will be big for them, and so I'm taking Texas and laying 12.5.
Okay. Now you heard it here first. Chat, feel free to roast this man if you are on Team Clemson. There are no rules here. Okay. All right. Now, how do you feel about? So I think right now you're kind of going out the chat. You've heard us talk about it. I'm personally strengthening a little bit on Clemson money line. No disrespect. Just put let the best team win. Yeah. Tennessee, Ohio State. I mean, this is one I actually feel a little more strongly about at 7.5. The hook is just too much value, in my opinion, for this game. I think we make this number 8 originally, or actually, I think we make number 7 originally. So from a model standpoint, not really a lot of value there. But how do you feel about this game? Balls, Buckeyes.
Before the season, I would have thought Ohio State would have ran through Tennessee. I thought they were the best team, but these last several weeks, it's not the same Ohio State as I thought they were. I can't put my hard-earned money on Ryan Day. I can't. So I am aligned with you, Steve, and I am on the balls.
Okay. Now, let me ask this question. Gun to your head, would you rather have, and you need the team, you need his team to win. Would you rather have Ryan Day against Michigan or James Franklin against a top 5 team?
Do we get that scene from like Batman where the football field just like crumbled? Yeah. You got me there, man. Yeah. Okay, so random halftime here. Penn State 28-0. SMU gets the ball to start the third quarter. Again, Mo, you have -8.5. Shout out Cass here on Ohio State. We'll talk about that later. But you have 8.5. Tell me, how do you feel right now? Feel great. I'm about to go over there and finish my beer. Before I do so, I do want to give a shout out to my Buffalo Bills. Okay, take all the futures on them, guys. It's our year. We say that every year.
Oh man. Okay, Cat Sauce, you got Ohio State here. We're looking at 7.5 here, or what's the number you got there? And look, this is not an official play, so this is not like I'm coming at you from we feel confident thing. This is more just me sort of speculating and using a bit of what we have in terms of data and the model. But 7.5 for me is just too much. But walk me through, Cats. What's the thought process?
Official play balls?
What's part B? Not officially for the business, but you have to check.
I think I'm going to bet. I think I'm going to bet 7.5 -1 ball over at.
I'm liking more and more.
I really don't even know.
Yeah.
It's like
This is interesting. I can see you're conflicted, as Kendrick Lamar would say. I don't know.
because all right. This tangential. I got to get this off my chest. Kendrick Lamar lost the battle between him and Drake, and I'm going to tell you why.
Whoa.
Yeah, Whoa was right, and I'm going to fucking leave you stunned.
That's hot.
The first song Drake makes an AI with Tupac and Snoop Dogg. And go listen to this. I implore you. This is what the song says. He has Tupac, an AI Tupac saying, Kendrick, you're going to have to say more than he's a pedophile. You're going to have to come at him with actual facts and shit. This is coming from Tupac saying this to Kendrick. That's the angle we went at. That went over everybody's head. And that's all Kendrick did. Was just call him a pedophile over 7 songs. The way cooler move was having Tupac, the West Coast god of rap, the direct lineage of Kendrick Lamar, tell him what he needs to do to beat Drake, and he just ignores it and fucking just does a song and dance about how he's a pedophile. Drake fucking won from the first song. If Eminem does it in the movie, everyone thinks it's the shit. Basically, he says, basically, these are the things wrong with me. Oh shit. Kendrick does it. Fucking streaming goes to the roof. I'm off my fucking soapbox. Fucking Drake won, okay?
As a hip hop head, have you seen anybody in a battle ever sue the other person? That's an L right there, bro.
If you didn't catch that, the question was in a hip hop battle, have you ever seen somebody sue the other rapper?
Get your money up, not your funny up.
Oh man.
If you got a team of lawyers, you got to pay them to do a song.
Texas about to take a lead.
Oh, Texas driving here?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, shout out, Cats.
Shut up.
Okay, so just for the chat standpoint here, we're leaning. I know you've got some more thought process to do here, but Tennessee 7.5 minus 112. Number you said?
Yeah, here, let's just double check. Okay. Mo, can you confirm on your DraftKings app you can get you can still get that?
Yeah. All right, now, Cats, we have Ohio and a teaser. Oh, my teaser
Tennessee plus 12.5 minus 112.
Yeah, it's 112.
It's still there?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's the best number.
Wait, you say 12?
Sorry, 7.5.
Like, stop the podcast.
Texas take the lead.
Oh, touchdown. Dalton Schultz, shout out. Shout out, Cats. Okay, Chad, so you teased them down to 3. Ohio State. Who did you tease them with, Cats?
Chestnuts roasting.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not saying, I do expect SMU to kind of bounce back here, but, 8.5 for you guys. I'm a little more reassured with 2 offensive touchdowns. Oh, okay, I got you. So Penn State 8.5 and you cheese. Wait, walk me through that, guys. You teased Ohio State down to 3 with Penn State at 6.5. I'm not sure if I'm following those numbers.
I think it's parlay.
Yeah, all my parlay makes sense. I didn't tease it. Yeah. I got you. Okay.
Whatever. And really, a tease is just a very specific.
Oh, sure. Yeah. A prefix parlay. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, I'm not trying to be wishy-washy. Where's my phone? Right here.
I see. Penn State 8.5 parlay with Ohio State versus all. I got it. I'm with that. Okay. What are the odds on that? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, mine's 30.5. All right. Tennessee plus 7.5, minus 112. Full unit.
Okay.
It's been bad. Okay.
Okay. We're in there. Let me. Was that
No wishy-washy.
no wish?
All right. Go balls.
Okay. Plus 240. Gotcha, Cats. Okay.
All right. Ain't no telephone bills.
Kept the Rocky Top going.
Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top. Rocky Top, Tennessee. All right, there we go. Go Balls. We actually made a bet live here. I'm trying to work on the basketball one. I don't want to make any mistakes here, so it's high stakes, Two balls. I don't know. I like it. I don't like it. I don't know. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. Yeah. Ohio State really has underperformed this year in so many different ways, and they've really done it in these big spots with these big, very big hit in the Texas game. So I don't know. What data point do we have that OSU can play against a top team? And I don't want to overblow the Michigan thing because weird stuff happens with rivalries. But we saw with Oregon, it was a very close game. Other than Tennessee losing to Arkansas in the second half of the Georgia game, and again, Georgia's a very good team. What are the blemishes on Tennessee's record? You're playing an SEC or an SEC record versus a Big Ten.
Yeah. And to your point, going back to Ohio State, so you have the Indiana in terms of like top ranking wise, right? You talk about team talent, and then
when you move, because our games are really low.
Gotcha.
You got to be pretty close up to the mic. They'll help you navigate it.
My turn.
You're good, but when you turn, you're
It's all good. Okay. Tennessee, so you have the Georgia loss, then obviously the Alabama, and to your point,
Alabama, Tennessee beat Alabama.
Right, sometimes,
Who did they lose to? Arkansas.
Sure, So they lost to, kind of going in the most recent order, they've lost to Arkansas and
third place, she's got 2 rings of 6.
wait, who's their second loss?
Some to do every day. So I can
Google up,
So then the day I said I'm on.
Oh, Georgia. I'm tripping.
So Georgia, Georgia number 4 seed, number 2 seed. So Georgia, obviously good for Friday.
Yeah.
And what is OSU's best win?
Rank wise, that's the Indiana, I think, talent wise. Penn State.
Yeah, Penn State, I guess, right?
Yeah, because they were 4 at the time. Indiana was 8, so yeah, they won that game by a margin. Yes, it was 13. Go Dogs! What up, Kimbo? What up, early?
Oh, Kimbo was in the house.
Kimbo Slice in the house.
What up, Kimbo Slice?
Brian, that's a good question, though. So, how do you guys handle injuries and lineup moves in your models? And college is different than NFL. So, if you want to,
What was the question?
how do you handle injury moves in the lineups for the models?
Yeah, college is a lot tougher. We don't have a great way. We can do some stuff in quarterback, but pretty much we don't now. I will say, when we do incorporate overall roster talent, so you do capture some of that in that metric because, again, your roster talent is a function of how many 4 and 5-star recruits you have. And so teams that are highly recruited, that next man up, especially at quarterback or something like that, that's a bit reflected in a team talent that's really high. And so there's a little bit of that there. We have some continuity of variables like returning quarterback, so if a starter that was a returner is out, we can flip that to no. Those are pretty marginal changes. There isn't a great way. We don't have a player-based model. And so for us, it's not. I also want to point out player-based models have problems themselves, right? Take up Georgia's back. You are left in some situations with no data or very little data. And that can be concerning. And, also can be underestimating, a guy like Lagway comes in, no starts. Lagway is actually really good. So it's a double-edged sword that I don't know that there's a quote right answer. But, for us, we approach it that way.
Yeah, that's a great point.
College is very different than NFL. I mean, your roster sizes alone right now are triple the size.
Yes. And then from a lineup news injury, I mean, obviously it's a lot different, but there's no mandatory reporting for the injury report. And so, you're relying on beat writers, you're relying on, kind of the media days, but coaches have been notoriously cryptic. And I understand why. You don't have to tell people about injuries. So even that it comes with a pretty significant risk of speculation, right? What you're actually looking at. And so it becomes an information market, and I don't know how reliable that can be day in and day out of some of these French players. So, like I say, NFL, like Steph says, a lot. I don't call it easier, quote unquote, but easier than college, just from a structure standpoint. Although we really hang our hat on quarterback play in NFL, we can quantify that as a particular variable. We don't do that in college.
Yeah, we can do that much better.
Yeah. So I hope I answered your question, Brian.
All right. So are there any Coastal Carolina plus 15.5? Let's take a look, because I think it is a bet.
Okay.
Let's take a look.
If you guys see the odds screen, shout out unabated.com. Yes, so BTB, get a free 5-day trial.
You're saying it's ESPN, Coastal Carolina plus 15.5?
No, it's 14.5 minus 105.
All right, MGM. Or
No, that's not right. I'm trying to search on MGM for Coastal Carolina. Here we go. 15.5 minus 115.
I think that might unfortunately be our I think we're okay though. We have some margin.
We have some margin there.
I want to check something really quick.
Okay.
I think if we can get a 15, we might be okay.
Joe, I'm curious, talking about the sports equinox, and we have, not the equinox, the whole sports. We have football, college basketball, NFL today. Is this too much? Should the NFL stuck to their lane and kept the Sunday games today instead of 2 Saturday games, knowing the playoffs are here? How do you guys feel about that? Or is it the more the merrier, give me all the action? It helps that, every college game is one after the other. But, I feel like, I don't know how I feel about that.
What is it?
Having the NFL Saturday today, like the biggest college day, NFL's like, no, we're going head to head. Yeah, Brian agrees.
They're going head to head, and it's just like
the games are literally going head to head.
Yeah, but exactly, you have 2 TVs. Like this was
what's your so once again, little guy gets screwed. What if I'm at home?
Go to a bar. Get a second TV.
You heard it here first. NFL not looking out for the little guys. Yeah, Brian, I agree. I like the Saturday games occasionally, right? When there's nothing else on, mix it a little bit. But yeah, this one felt like a reach. But that's me. I fully agree. I can be wrong, and this can get bad take here.
All right, Coastal Carolina, we got to get it at 15.5.
Okay, got to get it at 15.5.
Pretty much the only 15.5.
Minus 115.
Minus 115.
All right, we got a new live bet coming in here. Or sorry, a new bet on the live pregame. Coastal Carolina.
I don't even see it. Did you actually find his name?
Yeah, it's plus 15.5. I just searched Coastal Carolina on the app.
Yeah. Oh, there it goes.
15.5 starting at 15 minutes. Are you want in on this? North Carolina plus 15.5. All right, I'm on it. You can only get it at MGM. It's really important that 15.5 is the difference between like 5% edge. So don't bet at 15, bet at 15.5. You pay attention to college, Steve. Any like games that you saw come up today that you're like, oh, I really like the spot for this team? It looks like we showed some value on Xavier at plus 5.5.
I really haven't looked too much today because I was focused on the playoffs. Honestly, I did sneak a little bit kind of behind the scenes when Tim's giving me outputs. The Butler game intrigued me. But the Big East basketball is they typically tend to cannibalize each other, except for Georgetown for some period of time. But like these Xavier, Butler, UConn games, these teams, no matter how good one team is, the dog always finds a way. Not always. I'm being pretty dramatic here, but you get what I'm trying to say. To keep these games close. Like it's the closest thing to divisional matchups in NFL. Really, anything can go any given Sunday. You see that with some of these Big East games, and it's kind of wild.
Okay.
I would say because I was on Butler earlier this week, and they were like, I think 13.5 point dogs, and they ended up took the overtime. They lost like something like that. But it's like one of those things I would have never bet on myself. I would have been too scared, but yeah, it was consensus.
Okay, so we're on Tennessee 7.5. DraftKings minus 112. Coastal Carolina for college basketball starts in an hour. Plus 115. Plus 15.5 minus 115 over at BetMGM. NFL. We have some. It's be really gross. Really gross.
Yeah.
We're on Arizona -4. Now. I think the market was agreeing with us. Let's see where the market is today. The market is at more than 5. It's changed. Back to market's shocked all over the place. 5 at Chris, 3.5 at Pinnacle, and 4.5 at Circa. So kind of all over the place. And then Tennessee, we're on Colts, -3.5, and that's pretty much still sitting at 3.5 over at Circa and Chris. So no real movement there. A little bit of movement on the Cardinals. How are you seem to kind of like this.
No, the Colts one is gross. I like the Cardinals for Stanford's one. I think that one I can get behind on just the merit of what the Cardinals want. I think that has to be there. It has to be Kyler doing enough to overcome any last minute backdoor shenanigans from young Panthers. And we saw what a depleted Cowboys team did last week, so that gives them a little bit of hope. The Colts one makes it more sense how they can have way worse than us. And that may be a good thing because, my mental model may be not that great for him to use the actual model, but that one's disgusting.
Yeah, I agree. I hope it's kind of gross to me. Carolina's been playing a lot better. Robbie and Theo, shout out to him. He is not a so we're fine actually. The market seems to be going to us a little bit, although these are a lot of dead numbers. I mean, and if you're a professional, you're betting on 4. In my opinion, you're making this game 6 minimum because 4.5, 5.5. Yeah, you're at least forecasting your covering. You're making the game 6. I don't know. It seems a bit rich. Now, yeah, the one thing I do want to point out for this game is Carolina is a run family. And I do think Lamar and Murray both have a lot of success here. Sure. And I was trying to look at the best way to try to target this. Now, Warner's yards are quite inflated. Just one of the highest lines we've seen all year, around about 82.5, 83 yards. His median is around 81. So you're overpaying, no doubt.
So maybe number of carries could be some good value that's there. But I do think that's the game state they're going to be looking at. And I think Connor and Murray can have a big game. Another bet that Adam Sherrill for grads talking about on live this week when I was kind of going back and forth and getting his thoughts on the model and attacking this run ball in Carolina was first touchdown. Anytime scoring touchdown for the tight end of Arizona. His name, do you know?
Yeah, is it Trey McBride?
Oh, McBride, exactly, McBride. I think it was plus 130 anytime TD score. Adam saw a lot of value on that. I'm sure it's moved down since then, but again, I think quite often, in his analysis, a lot of cover 3 for Carolina. The same reasons they're going to be able to, run the ball, be kind of perfect for somebody that's been targeted a lot. But outscoring, this is a game maybe you can target that. So I think Murray rushing, Connor attempts, you could go rushing yards as well. I think both of those guys have a big game on the ground. They ride anywhere in TD. I think there's a lot of value in I love those markets. And I won't be surprised here if we come up with something there for rushing in that game. A lot of value. It just a lot of game states want to go through the ground.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if that's spot, Arizona. So if you guys haven't seen on our website, tv-analytics.com, we have this matchup analysis, and we have this sort of new tool we've been using this year as SMU has a pretty explosive return out to the midfield. What we look at is offensive variance versus these teams who are run or pass funnels. And what that means is, are these teams productive? And do they change their game plan week to week to exploit weaknesses specifically to their opponent? And so Panthers being a run funnel team, I'm curious, is Arizona not really. Yeah. Is Arizona someone who has?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I know you guys can't see it, but Arizona, you have to trust me on this. You can go to the website for yourself and find out. But Arizona is one of the teams who has above average offensive game experience and productive defense. So there's someone who can exploit their team's weaknesses, and they'll change their game plan to do that. So I love that angle for the rushing player props, knowing that's Carolina's weakness. Yeah, I love it.
I was trying to run this stuff. Yeah. So I'm gonna run this through on that guy. So average for median rush attempts here for 18.4. Market sitting somewhere between 18 and 19. So on the sitters themselves, no value, but again, I think it's just a ton of value given that that's the most likely game state, right? They're going to run the ball with Connor. Now Murray, maybe the longest rush could be something there. I'm trying to look at rushing yards for Murray. Looks like the market's sitting around 25 for Murray. Something like median for 51 and 31 rushing yards. So I don't know. Trey McBride, Connor's, sitting at 83. So you're paying off the market here. Do you know what the race is? 79 ESPN bet -35 though. So you would need to basically get 79. But again, this is one of those things where your median outcome isn't really representative because you're going after this subjective angle, right? You're trying to identify how a team is going to get the advances, and on the ground is how you can target Carolina. Now, unfortunately for Carolina, you can also target their secondary with the ball, but I just think that the run game is how they'll lean into it. Carolina's defense is much worse against the run than they are against the pass. They're bad in both, but they're worse against the run. So that one is a big difference. I think if you're going to balance, it should be try to find the least negative EV bet. What's the best price? 16, unfortunately, the best price is 79 -135. Over at Fanatic. Or sorry, no, ESPN. And then this is tough.
Tyler over 20.5. -1 over at BetMGM. Decent value. All right. Looks like SMU's in the red zone here. 28-0. Chat, you guys got any like extreme? Anybody take like, I hope you Penn State last week for that, but anybody take any SMU point? I think the Civic is a market on 30.5. Look, I won't be surprised if SMU makes the score. At least score, right? It's good. This is just a weird game. I mean, 28-0, very misleading. 2 big signals. Unsustainable. Showing. So. SMU. So, down a little bit. Yeah, we take a shot. White yellow team. You know I like white. What do you say? Wait, no, we gotta make them orange from Tennessee. Oh yeah, we are. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That's the right shirt. Fade, fall out, tackle, 3 to 4 yards. 30 ball.
How does? Is there another mic somewhere? Why? Yeah, we got Fiji sponsorship. Texans
Yeah, you know, it's not perfect being in not studio. Sorry about that. BG is not a sponsor, but I wish you could become a sponsor one day. Also, we get Miller Lite. All right, so what do we play today? We play Black Penn State, Tennessee 7.5, and Coastal Carolina +15. And then I'm trying to get a good bet. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, what the goal? We're gonna run away for the CBS stop first. That's what the big day. All good. I appreciate you. Can you grab a maple of Wall Street for me? Yeah. How tricky you guys want to get? Do you think we could find some same game politics? Cheers, boys. Cheers, boys. We are. Cheers, ready? All right. We're trying to cook up some run punching. So Connor's numbers are just super inflated. So we're not getting the right price.
Okay, real quick, I know we're picking up the run funnel. SMU just kicked the field goal down 28-0 deep in the red zone.
I think they made the right decision. This is a 14-0 game. Now it's a 14-3 game. Look, I understand.
I see what you're saying.
You just gotta believe that you're gonna get some of the negative variance is gonna become. You're gonna get some bounces your way. I don't disagree with that.
Okay, I think it's loser mentality, but I like it.
Good. We want that. All right. Small. You talk about sprinkles today.
Okay.
I got a sprinkle.
Okay, I'm listening.
Correlated parlay.
Okay.
Over Murray rushing yards.
Okay.
Under passing attack.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you pull your phone out and try to price that thing out? I'm sure. Price this out mathematically here for us. So I think passing attempts, and I'm trying to get some numbers. And I can send you the right. It looks like if we want the under, maybe BetMGM. No, yeah, all of them are the same. So pick your favorite out. It looks like just your favorite make everything against more. Yeah, under 30.5. Okay, and then over rushing yards.
26.5 minus 113 or 10.5. Okay.
We're not going to be able to get the best number. Right?
Vandal,
Can't.
give us the correlated parlays. Come on, you're better than that, Vandal.
It's a good one.
Yeah, they know.
What about Connor? What about Connor over attempts and Kyler under? So Connor over rushing attempts,
Kyler under basket.
Yeah.
Got it. Let's see. 19.5 minus 102. Cannot be combined. Wow. This is DraftKings. I expect that.
If we were a douchey podcast, see, they don't want you. The real answer is it's super complicated to price stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they're smart. But these books, they do one of two things. They either just don't offer them that part of the menu, or they bake in 10, 15% holds. Wow. Thank you, baby. I do appreciate you. Thank you so much, sir. And so, it has nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah, okay, but I do want to say I take back my loser mentality comment. SMU just went for a onside. They didn't get it, so they're still losers. But okay, that makes more sense to me now.
They get in the open. Yeah, we're just Penn State. Are we just taking the field goal?
Exactly.
Can you same game parlay over attempts and over yards?
Just okay.
Oh, really? So I'm like,
No, you cannot.
Same game parlay, like you gotta actually go to the same game parlay too.
Oh, okay. Same game parlay too. I mean, the name assigns me in the role. Let's be correct here. All right, I'm in the same game parlay tool. Let's go down to. Hold on, I'm looking at this fight real quick as Alex is sack. Let's see. Connor.
off the top of my head.
Like it might be a pre-built same game process. While you're doing FanDuel, I'll just draft.
God, see, what happened?
Big for Penn State?
No, for Texas. Well, I'm sorry. I'm on with Connor, yards, and attempts.
Yeah, well, yeah, over both.
Yeah.
See, I was with one. But I was like,
There are no attempt markets in same game parlay. Which see.
I'll buy you something.
Yeah, no, there are no attempt markets for any position.
Just like this one.
Yeah, just your eyes. Noticing their reception. Well, I guess that's not the same thing. So yeah, that's my sense.
Well, okay, if you don't need it,
I can tell you they're not ours, Mr. Katz. I can promise you that. It's in the back.
Damn, Mr. Guys was like, maybe these guys aren't for me.
Try a podcast. All right. DraftKings, this is different, so maybe big for us. Over 25 yards for Tyler, over 90 for Connor. We can parlay this together. Plus 383.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't do yards and yards. Let me see. 283.
Yeah, plus 283. But I don't really like that. To be
Sure.
I want a tips.
Yeah, in 230, I know what number you got though for the lines, but 31 and a half, sorry, 87 and a half, Connor, 26 and a half, Murray, 239 fans.
No. How far? Okay, you can under 30 and a half attempts and over 25 plus rushing.
Okay.
Plus 184 over S DraftKings.
Okay.
The one we really wanted was one of this, but also this under 30, but over 18.
Yeah. Okay,
Let's see if I can have that.
They're 24, C20, 21. All right, we're C20. We're going to be like 6. Yeah,
Over.
we're going to be able to counter over.
Okay. I don't know if we're ready to formally apologize to draft
176.
We're not ready.
DraftKings is the most predatory that exists.
Yeah. All right, we have more back coming up from Penn State. I don't want them to let off the gas, but I want them to pitch the goal for this. So I do like the under. Yeah, I would like the second one.
Under 30 and a half. We go to the state passing attempts per power, over 18 and a half for Connor.
Yeah, and the game script here is they're gonna utilize the lines.
Now, but Carolina's run funnel has got some nuance to it.
Oh,
They're more bad against the route, the rush than they are against the pass. They're bad against
yeah.
feel real good, Penn State.
Okay, 31-3 Penn State. We are Penn State. Okay, all right, Chad, how we feeling? I know Cat said 8.5. I'm not sure if anyone else. Oh my God!
Oh wow!
Oh my God!
There you go.
Wow! This podcast is going to go to Rated X. Do you see this? Good old fashioned boot porn. Oh my gosh! Shout out Billy.
You guys may be sitting next to me.
John Bros, that stream. What up? How you doing? Yeah, feel free. I can't. This isn't working anymore.
What do you need me to do? You want me to mute?
Yeah. I don't want to like be fucking.
Just do this. You're
Okay. And we'll go ahead.
and then I don't know, just somewhere over here, like 5, 6, 7.
Okay. All right.
Make me in my.
Appreciate it.
You should just let me. Can we get some W's in the chat? Hear Steve eating. So yeah, I try to mute his mic so that he's not eating into it, and then he'll turn it on when he's on.
Yeah,
great. But you can see here the nuance of this. So they are a run funnel team in my mind. They're basically the worst rushing defense. They're also bad against the pass, but they're worse against the defensive rush than they are against the defensive pass, right? So I think if your game plan 18.5, under 30.5 attempts, I don't know. What do you mean? Plus 176. What's the chat? Chat. Give me some feedback here.
I'll tell you what, it hurt.
What's chat saying?
That's the greatest game of the year. SMU got on the board.
W's mean that they can't hear you. So you're
Good. Yeah, last minute. Okay.
I don't know. I kind of like chat. Should we bet this?
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm with you. The one thing that scares me, right, is do you have a game state where Arizona's like, oh, they're so bad against the pass, we can beat up on them in the early game. But even if that happens, though, second half, you're going to have exactly right. So I do like it. I would feel better if Carolina was a true run funnel team, but I do because they're so shitty at home. There's a risk there, but I get absolutely game state there, and it does go to our last score. So I love it.
Okay. Yeah, let me get greedy. Okay. Get greedy. Okay. Just give me a second.
Yeah. For those that stream, glad SMU's on the board there. You got SMU. Listen, you are welcome here. I want to be clear, but we are on Penn State, so I just don't want any hurt feelings. But you're more than welcome to cheer on your Mustangs.
So this is same game parlay. So we're trying to live in the world. A game state looks like this. A game looks like this. Yeah. Will it happen? Can't tell you. Sure. It's a probabilistic approach that these things are correlated with each other. Yeah. Okay. So. In game plan, I'm going to run the ball. That's what I've been had success. So over attempts for Connor, and then I'm going to, because of over attempts for Connor, I'm going to be passing it less by definition, right? So under 30 and a half. Okay, that makes sense. But like you just highlighted, I'm only living more and more in that game state, the more and more success I have, because I'm also going to be running the ball. Arizona on. All right, this game state is basically a game state that is selecting for Cardinals' success. The more success they have with the game state, the more they run, the more this problem compounds. So,
yeah, well, I'll do you one better. This thing doesn't catch the Cardinals have success. It's DOA, right? Yeah. So like, listen, I don't call it a free roll. It's a free roll, right? In my mind, it's cool. Yeah, because the game state doesn't exist. You don't get this game state for the same game parlay and the Cardinals.
Yeah. We got a comment. Okay.
I don't have any money on that Penn State game. I would hate to be a Bama fan watching the city play off so far.
They don't lose Arkansas. I mean, don't lose Oklahoma. Yeah, I get it. It'd be better to have Alabama in the playoff, but they control their own destiny. They lost 3 games. You can't lose to Oklahoma. SMU deserved to be in this game more than Alabama because Alabama lost to Oklahoma. SMU loses to Clemson. They're not in this game. They didn't. They did. What am I smoking? They don't make the playoff. Yeah, I guess they only make the playoff because they are the situation they are in the in getting to the championship. Yeah, I think Alabama, they control their own destiny and they did win.
Yeah, and look, I do want good CFP games. Don't get me wrong. With that being said, I do like having teams in it for anyone to have a chance here. And look, it was the same thing with Cincinnati a couple years or 4 or 5 years ago, whatever that was, and then TCU, right? Like, oh, this way you can't let G5 schools in. They're just going to suck it up, blah blah blah. But I think this will happen over time because what happens now, though, you're an SMU team, you're an Indiana team. You're going to get this is as a long-term effect, right? You're going to get teams that believe that I can go to these other schools and win. And so maybe you may not see it this year. I mean, you saw Arizona State, you got Boise State, so madness can happen. But yeah, Alabama had a chance and they screwed it. Yeah, the rich always get richer. I'm not weeping for Alabama. I'm not sorry for it.
16 teams it's good to get 16. Hey, look, I'm also not pitching too because being able to pay attention, being able to model this stuff, you can identify some opportunities when these games get closer and closer. To be honest, there's less and less value. The more and more these teams are evenly matched, the more and more it's basically impossible to price. Or not to price, but to find an edge. Okay, but we got distracted. Back to the same game parlay. Plus 202. That's Arizona money line price is over 18.5. Rushing attempts for Connor. He's under 30.5. Section Kyler passes like this. Now, I recommend this if anybody wants to get it. I think I want to make this right. I'm going to remove Arizona money because I have some position in Arizona. Okay, so I'm like, my brain's not capable enough to like go too deep in, but I do think that these are very much close. So without the Arizona money lines, he goes from +202 to +176. I'm betting. Yeah, +176.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Over 18.5 Connor rushing. Under 30.5 Tyler. Any objections in the chat? Let's hear it.
Okay. Yeah, and real set string things, and we're trying to work the audio out, but but it's work in progress. But give us feedback. Let us know.
What are they saying?
Yeah, I don't know if I turn my thing up too high. That could be on 5 or 6.
Yeah, I can't. You're basically talking. Yeah, you got to be over here like at least a 7.
7. That's crazy.
Hey, you don't have a mic here. You're basically a ghost. Yeah. 176. Here, what I'll do here, guys, is I'll hold her down. I'm kissing it. The more game you turn down, then we can just copy right.
Yeah. And being another explosive for SMU driving here, so we'll see.
I don't know. Anybody? What is the chat thing? What's the chat thing?
Bro, so that's insane how you say anything over the same. Yeah, no, listen, I like it. I mean, obviously you're banking on a game state here that has, but it's a very reasonable, data-driven game state that you could sit here. I'm with it. So what was that? MGM or DraftKings? DraftKings. Okay. All right, so SMU.
They want it.
They play Boise State next too.
Yeah.
They're going to be 7.
Well, listen, we had the positions earlier. We were trying to find out. So we're getting.
No, you're a member. It's in the thing. It says bet Penn State +2,000.
I saw that. Yeah. I don't know if they could beat like Georgia, Texas.
Who gives you shit at +2,000 when they beat Boise?
That's
All right, I bet it got 176 for me. I do think you should add. No, you should. I think adding the Arizona money line leg to get +202 is smart. Again, I already have a position there, so I'm not trying to over leverage. At that point, I'd have like 4% of my game specifically. Yeah, it's just too rich. You gotta remember, I'm trying to be professional. Can't let the emotion get too bad.
Let me ask you this though. All right, 31-3, Penn State, SMU second goal here. Is this now down terms where they were just here? Granted, it was a little further. Yeah, this is goal. Okay.
It's interesting. They don't run a lot of games. Just basically it's out of really see like
We all play
yeah,
the majority of us stay out, and then we played after. Before after. I feel that's good.
This I'm sorry.
That was early. That's
Is that fixed if you turn it down?
Yeah, that's real. Real. You have like an ASMR model now.
If you turn the gain up, it'll get real ASMR.
What other games are you trying to watch?
Yeah, we gotta get.
Oh, no, you gotta get the Coastal Carolina game.
Oh, yeah, I'm assuming that's ESPN Plus. Let me.
Thanks so much for everybody for hanging out with us. We do appreciate this is about us in our first, like, trying to do some more community-driven stuff. Pull back the curtain a bit, be a little bit more entertaining. We've had some business fees, but thanks for bearing with us. Hopefully, we've been able to give you a ton of value.
Did they kick a field goal? Where did they go for it? They kicked the field goal again.
20-yard sack. It was like 14 points.
Loser mentality. So I don't ever remember your name, SMU. Sorry. Yeah, ESPN Plus. Yes, ESPN Plus. ESPN Plus for Coastal Carolina. I think that's it. Wait. Oh, shit. Yeah, no, thanks for being here, guys. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate all you guys being here. Really, really helping us trying to learn how to do this thing and get better on YouTube. So, yeah, we appreciate you guys. Mr. Cat, are you a board member? Are you? And then are you getting that? 11%. It might not be honest here. Again, I get it, 4 and 20, but it's 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. You're down 28. Yeah, you got explosives, but I don't need to bank on touchdowns in the quarter here. What is the over?
The field goal has way more expected points than
Sure, but I don't think you have the time to realize the expected points at this point. Yeah, it's a 3-score game. You make the argument that go from 28 to 20. No. It's still a 4-score game. 28 to 25. You still need 3 touchdowns, 2-point conversions, and another point just to tie it up.
It's not. It hasn't started yet. It starts at 1. Sorry, I'm taking.
Oh, shout out, Mr. Katz. Shout out to you. You're a real one. Appreciate that. You're a real one.
Are you, Mr. Katz? Are you going to be interested in college basketball? Like, is this something you do? We definitely are going to be taking more members. I'm just thinking about this. Don't worry about that. Curious on this thing that you think you're going to be able to see. Now, again, we're working in the background, like the tables you see for college football, you're going to see something like of that caliber. It just takes a lot of coding and we're working on that now. So what we did is we're just like beta version. We just saw a ton of interest in live stuff. We can bring you especially March Madness. I think that's a ton of value. I mean, I hit one of the biggest parlays made. I also got like a $6 grand parlay. Yeah, I was here. Crazy. I didn't even know. I was living in Philly. I didn't realize that. Like 6 months ago.
Yeah. That's right. Sean said, yeah, you just sign up for the 3 code. He'll try for a month, see if the bugs get worked out. There's value he sticks with it, which is fair. Like, we're not asking for anything more than it being a good product. It's a good product. If you're interested, yeah. Well,
this guy is like,
he said he's not as into it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, we're not as into it.
Yeah. I'm the same. Like, I'm not a big fan. Too many games. I can't pay attention. Quite frankly, I just get my ass kicked. This is obviously more betting the models and stuff, but like, I could do okay when I have 2 options betting. Talking about basketball.
Yeah. Okay, so Mr. Gatz and Brian, this is 2 great questions. One, will we be doing CDB shows? Okay. No, thank you. No CDB shows. We'll for sure do something for March Madness. Every year we do something around value and into the tournament, and then we'll do some highlighted maps. So it's definitely nothing. There's just too much going on for what we're trying to do, and still trying to grow the business, right? I mean, we will talk about the models, but there's a whole business behind this, and we're still trying to get that. Ryan, to your point, though, what content we do was football season. We'll definitely make it. What we plan to do is have a lot more educational content in the offseason. So going everything from basic one-on-one stuff to more advanced kind of things, like modeling, things like that. Is that something that's of interest to you guys? We got to make the content anyway. We want to make it useful for those who follow this. And so, we're going to go into, simulations and automated stuff. We're going to massive runs and how we price those those things like that. And that's kind of our game plan for the off season in terms of content. The distribution, that's something you guys want to see or not, or if not, what do you want to see?
Yeah. I mean, I think we're definitely going to do a lot more educational stuff on YouTube. I think you're going to see us pour a lot more effort into YouTube. Yeah. Probably a lot less effort in space. We have a bunch of planned videos coming in late December, early January. So yeah, we're going to be providing a lot of value. I mean, ultimately, in my mind, what we see as opportunity in the space is trying to actually add data-driven forecasts for you guys right now. As of right now, we're trying to be the fiduciary, right? We're trying to give you an edge, but I think people underestimate what that actually is. It's a lot. So, it's something that we're not at the scale. We're not going to be able to do because we're actually truthful. So we can't make an MLB model and a college basketball model, an NBA model, an NFL model, and an NCAA model for football, and think we can beat all those markets. We can't. Quite frankly, anybody telling you they can, they're lying. Period. Remember, these are all markets. So you think you can just show up with, whatever, your fucking laptop and, sports reference, if you're going to take on a market, you're just lying. We've shown we can beat NFL, we can beat college football, but as we scale, they would turn into, there's going to have to be a bit of a trade-off where we're giving you as many data-driven tools as we can, but you're going to have to take it and use it and refine it for you and have a reasonable expectation because, we're always going to be committed to putting you in the right place, but there's limitations, I guess. Yeah, and quite frankly, one last thing, and us trying to build something that is more of a tool for people like your guys. And those may not feel like they're diametrically opposed, they very much are.
Yeah. No, that's very well said. And then Mr. Gatt said, yeah, he's there for any content to make, but the nitty-gritty details is kind of what he's looking for, and that's really good feedback, and we appreciate that because that helps us kind of guide what we want to do. And to Steph's point, you see these, you guys can see it, right? You can you see all the touts, and people are like, oh, look at my Maserati and my mansion and this and that, and 146 over the last 200 whatever bullshit. But that's not what it is, right? And we're trying to be, if nothing else, transparent about this process. And a lot of that has to factor this, like, where do you want to take this? I mean, when you're with you guys, it's kind of basically that all the time. Like, what are the next steps? Because doing this on our own as a syndicate and betting, like Seth mentioned earlier, there's a lot more risk that we'll take than what we actually give out. And we had members email us like, hey, did I miss the CFP pick? What are you guys betting on? It's like nothing met the criteria that we feel comfortable giving you all out because we feel that your risk level is likely less than ours, which is fine, which is totally
not even risk level, just like the probability of winning, right? And so it's like I feel, how can I give you a 0.5% edge?
Yeah, and that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. That's better said. But yeah, so so you have that. You weigh that out versus what we would do on our own versus how do we have the value add for those who are following us, and that's kind of what we're trying to tweak out. But without the feedback, we don't really have a clear North Star on what makes the most sense for you all. Because reality is, if we don't sell these things, then we're just going to that's going to make the decision for us, and that's okay. We're not wanting hand these things off and we're not scam artists, but there's not a market for us, then we're going to take, it means more that we're using our own money to build this up and make a network within the syndicate world and a public.
Yeah. So exactly. Yeah, unfortunately, they are dimensional here, folks. Like it's really hard to get back. It's really hard. All right, let's say the biggest thing I can say, like you're betting into a market. Yeah, you know, we know the towel, your favorite towel ignores that, just like any market. Yeah, you can't just show up and you have to solve some shit, you know, and that shit is, you know, I think that's the one thing that I like to do. Right. A lot of the work that we did in the first couple of years is just knowing what the market already knows. Yeah, like what is in an opening line, right? If you build a model that has less than what's in the opening line and you think it's going to show up, like you're already screwed from the get-go. And so you have to figure out what's already in the opening line, what's not in the opening line. And make sure you got all that covered plus more, and then you can show us the market and start to play ball, so to speak. But if you don't even have that, you're already behind the 8 ball. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, Cass, your point about no one talks about metrics. And that's one thing that we kind of struggle with too. It's like we want to make, when you try to appeal to the masses, try to grow things, you're going to lose a lot of people, right? Meaning that you have to start, at times it feels like the lowest common denominator. People are used to hearing BS trends and, angles and, narratives versus the actual numbers. Then you run into these guys are just nerds using numbers. They don't know ball. Yeah, and all that kind of stuff. Which again, like we know who we are, what we want to do, but we also need to make content that's entertaining and engaging. And so you find yourself having to do a little bit of both just to appease those folks. But what we're trying to find out is who actually cares about what we want to do. The metrics, the value, the data-driven decisions, and latch onto those folks. That kind of feedback is super helpful to hear from you guys as to what do you want to hear more of, because that'll help us grow as well.
Yeah. Totally. But that's like, I don't know, it is a pretty small community of people that are doing this kind of content, right? It's like Circles Off, it's Parker Fleming, it's Age Test, it's like how many people are there? Like it's, and the problem is go look at those numbers. Go look at how many people are reading Tage. Go look on TikTok how many people are following Tage on TikTok. It's like 200 people. Tage is like one of the smartest minds in NFL right now. And smart and young, like dude's like 23 years old and like just knows ball. Parker, I mean, has probably spent a decade just not only looking at NFL data but college data. I guess Parker, I do feel like gives his flowers, which is I'm super excited about, but yeah, I don't know. It's a weird thing, but I think that's anything with gambling, right? The Mickeys of the world, get the eyeball. Like Vegas cheating. It's like, did you ever think about calling the fucking state, the regulatory board of gambling? You ever think about just giving them a little bit of a call because you got all this evidence that Vegas is cheating? You know what the lawsuit would be? See on that? Right, call Drake's lawyers. Like you have true evidence, but it doesn't, right? And dude, the problem is, Mr. Gaps, the truth is not even
Yeah. Well, and to that point, like, you go back to our TikTok, I think I posted here, like, I did a video on ESPN Bet, not on a bet that won. And they had a system error, and I had all the evidence that they were cheating me out of my name. And there's a very clear process outlined that you can go to your state gambling regulator, and that's what I did.
And you got paid.
And I got paid. And so to this point of, that's stuff's everywhere. Like, if it's so bad, if they're cheating so much, like there's a mechanism for it. But no, conveniently, that's never an option for us. Never.
Actually, I'm gonna make a video
So, okay, I got a whole list because this is the thing I've been noticing lately. As we grown so much in the last 3 years, you watch tout videos and you know exactly how they're lying. When you know the ins and outs, you know how they're lying. So these are some of my favorite. How they lie to you and make it seem like it's one thing when it's not. One of my favorites is they go up to a window in Vegas and they say, I want to bet 100 grand on X game. And it's either baseball, basketball. It's always those two. Maybe sometimes college, football. What they're doing is they're going up to the counter early in the market, and these market making books will take a bet from anybody. My slogan that I like is they'll take a bet from Billy Walters or Barbara Walters, all for 5K, right? 5K, 10K, whatever the posted limit is. Anybody can get that amount down. But because they know the 10K is the limit, they go up saying I want to bet 100K, and of course they edit it so that the book says no, you can't bet 100K. Now they're not wrong. They can't bet 100K, but no one can bet 100K. No one, literally no one, and they know these are the limits, and so they just go up there, knowing what the limits are, trying to bet something over the limits. They get told no. Have to know on the video, and they're like, see, Vegas doesn't want my bet. I'm so good. Go. But it's a lie. It's a lie. What the real conversation was, oh, sir, you can bet 5K. And then we'll move the number and you can bet another 5K. And move the number and you can bet another 5K. They don't want that, right? They just want the clips where, you can't. So that's one of the famous ones. The lifestyle one to me is always the most interesting. Here's my soul life. If the shit was a fucking money printer, why the fuck would you why don't you buy a Lambo? Take the amount a Lambo is, 250K, add that to your bankroll. That money is making money. Like, even if you have an edge, guys, say you can afford a Lambo, why at that point would you buy the Lambo? Edges are fine, man. The edges are good for 5 to 10 years at max. 10 is a max time. So say you have an edge for 5 years. Why would you take that 5-year edge that you have and put 250K in a Lambo? You wouldn't. You would be maximizing profit for 5 years. Trap bets, anything where Vegas knows something is always the case. Right? So this is a trap line. Vegas wants you to do this. Vegas wants you to do that. They can't control what people do, right? They don't know what people are going to bet. They are forced to be market makers. And just like in a retail or in a market setting, what differentiates a market maker is that the market maker takes on risk. They're taking risk one side, and then they're forced to go find the counter risk, the counterparty for a trade. But if they don't find the counterparty for the trade, they themselves take on the risk. That is what a book does. And so they operate within these systems, but they have the house edge. They are laying plus 110. Their break-even percentage is 47.6%. They only have to be right 47.6% chance. You have to be right 52.34%, right? It's a big deal. That's a big difference. So Vegas needs this, Vegas needs that. Well, just because Vegas needs it, they only have to be right 47.6% of the time. So you can't just do what they do and get their returns. In fact, if you won the same amount that Vegas won, you would lose and they would win. These are some of the ones I've written down. I have many more, but pretty much all the tricks in the book are lies. They're just manipulation on how the system works. All right, so I'm gonna run the rest of it.
All right, we got another Penn State touchdown. We got a Texans touchdown. Shout out but I think Tank Dell just broke his leg. Cats on -12 tonight for Intel section. You can leave it in the YouTube comment section for sure. Yeah. So I mean, that's kind of where we're at right now, guys. I mean, we're looking at what's happening in the off season and really want to focus on more of how to make sharper bettors, how to make smarter bettors. And we've been on this process for a few years now. And listen, we got a lot to learn too. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say that we know everything, but we've definitely done our due diligence. Personal research. I mean, go to our YouTube channel. we've interviewed some of the greats. We have Matthew David Dow on Ed Miller. We talk to those guys, Parker Clement, all this kind of thing. So we can talk people in the industry, within the bet dash, rubbing elbows with folks like Rufus Peabody and Bud Elliott, things like that. So we're trying to take all that knowledge, things you don't see anyone else talk about, and pass that on. Because these sports games are statutory, man. They really are. And they're banking on you wanting to bet for fun and have lives, not realizing you're betting to a horribly negative EV market. But, glass up, there are a lot of bets here that are not priced accurately. That's how you actually have fun and do this in sort of premise. Right? You just want to have one bet for, your alpha boys, one bet on Saturday, do that once a month, something like that. Sure, go nuts, have fun. Life's shitty as it is. I'm not going to take that away from you. But if you're someone who actually wants to bet day in, day out, or week in and week out, things like that, like these are the basic things that no one talks about. You can actually have an edge here. So let us know what other content you want to see. I'm excited here. We got 38-3 Penn State, fourth quarter. I'm feeling pretty good about -6.5. I'm feeling pretty good for almost at -8.5. Now, interesting, I've got, was it Brian or Kat, who have the team total 10.5 here. This is my concern here. I can see SMU getting a garbage time touchdown. Down 35. Matt don't know if it makes sense to go over here, but you're seeing crazier things here. So can you get a backdoor with a garbage time touchdown and a 2-point conversion for no real reason? So the 10.5 is a little shaky here. This is what I was afraid of. Team that earlier, we had the conversation with the live SMU team total.
Oh, yeah.
Under 10.5. Like, this is the exact game state I was concerned about.
10.5 though.
But you can see an unnecessary
And they're gonna go, yeah. Two. But and they just missed the field goal.
Right.
So, yeah. Don't be results oriented. Process can get you. Gonna have a fry.
You got more. We got no. I'm gonna order it again. Yeah, no, they're good. Oh my god.
Randy got everything.
No drink?
Yeah, you do it.
Oh, man. Hey, we'll distract them. We'll distract them. You go to a good shot. Right, so at this point in time, listen, we're big anti-tricks. We're big, some things through here. Okay, here we go. We got
You sold them. You sold them.
You sold that.
At what point here do you go with the -6.5 or a -3.5?
It could have like you said.
See?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
and again, process.
Sure. Yes.
The process was, I mean, look, I wasn't guessing. I don't know. I'm saying a lot of those lines, but did you place the money line?
Oh, for Clemson. Yes, I think. It's a profit.
That's a good Tuesday.
Yeah. I think it's.
Do you have one?
No, I haven't got the app.
Okay, so let me reach Your event starting soon. We have to go deep in the back. Gee, that's why you got to come to Bourbon Bet on University of Tucson, Arizona. They have every game, and I don't mean they have most games or maybe 90% of the game. I mean every game that you want to watch. They got it. You want to watch the most friendly staff, the best food. So when you go to say, hey, I'm going to be paying that, can you find Coastal Carolina versus Arkansas State? There you go. I'm so happy you asked. We'll get it on right now. And you know what? They put it on.
If you want it, they got it. You want Coastal Carolina, they got it. You want NFL, they got it. You want Chinese basketball, they probably don't got that, but they'll get a live stream somewhere on a laptop.
They'll get us. They'll get an illegal treatment. They will make it happen.
Premier League, got it.
Oh yeah, no, the real league, big soccer ball, big soccer ball.
Nope, soccer sucks. But for those of you that do watch, Jennings, 80-yard bomb, wide open, missed it. Could have been a touchdown. Okay, money line, best number in the market looks to be plus 460 Caesars.
That is
I don't see that looks to be the best one.
Okay, plus 460. I'm being on this right now. Non-official, it's a Steve, Steve special, if you will. Sprinkle on Clemson money line. Chat, tell me, am I crazy? I thought we had some sets of supporters in here.
Chat, if it's a sprinkle, chat, and it's DJ on Saturday.
Yeah.
Clemson money line and under.
Yeah, game states, that's going to happen. Yeah. At plus 460,
And money line, you're probably gonna get like plus 600.
yeah. But I think at plus 460, that's enough to generate action as is here. Now there's like a plus 220.
DJ, is that even possible?
I'm recovering DJ. We all have our stuff up. So why not?
Still sitting at 13 now.
Okay. Right. We do any top-down stuff. No, we can bottom up. And I know in your free time, if you ever sat in front of the screen and just, yeah. And not shit talking top-down. I mean, it's Bible method. People do that. People make a living off that. It's just the time to return.
Also, trying to build a business, I'm convinced you can't actually build a business doing it because, so right now we have a capital issue. We need about 3 million to be where most of the senior kids are. And I mean that in betting counts. So if we were betting a $3 million bankroll, it wouldn't matter if we got limited on any app. We can go to the market making votes and we could still bet, right? Yeah. If we were top down, we're just forever being fined accounts. And so,
Exactly.
From a long-term business standpoint, originating is the way to go. So making money for the average Joe, and like you want to quit your job to just watch sports and sports bet, top down is the way to go. You don't need background. And then you can start to branch out, right? Then you can start to get down for syndicates, right? But again, your business model is accounts. How do you get accounts? Well, get your FanDuel account, your DraftKings account, it's gone in 30 days, if not sooner. Right?
Yeah. Well said. All right, I'm gonna one more time for. And we got tip off here. 15 and a half.
Go Coastal. Go Carolina. Shed players in their turquoise green. I don't know whatever color that is. Chance. South State. What other questions? We're gonna log off here after the end of the Penn State game. So let's answer any questions. Any stuff you guys want to see in the future, let us know. Now's the time. I can't say thank you guys enough for hanging out with us and putting up with all this. I do appreciate it. We will do better here, but thank you guys for hanging out with us. And like I said, we are super grateful to even get any of your time. Thank you so much. Thank you. It does mean the world to us. How can we? So let's do a recap on what we bet. We bet Tennessee 7.5. We bet. We had some live bets. Penn State. We all had a bunch of different numbers. All those numbers look to be covered. We bet Coastal Carolina plus 15.5 minus 115 over at BetMGM. We made a same game parlay for tomorrow's Arizona Cardinals game. Under 30.5 passing attempts for Murray, over 18 rushing attempts for Connor. We are on Arizona -4 and Colts -3.5. What else? We have some future for Notre Dame. We have that plus 900, and then Penn State we have two tickets for plus 1,000 and 2 more tickets for plus 1,000. Penn State. Trying to just go through everything that we got, any value we got. Go check out the college basketball model. We're going to be working out bugs daily. I think. What else? That's it. That's all we're working on. And, you know, give out any college bets if we can. I'm going to be honest with you. It's unlikely we're going to show value here. It's just, you know, it's just really tricky. And then the bowl games are next week off, right? So transfer portal. Yeah. Great. Yeah. I guess that's Mr. Cattle's talking about. 30 something. Okay. Will you guys have? No. We'll run. I might be able to run the numbers on Sunday. But the market's already open. Like you can already bet Notre Dame, Jordan. Maybe I should be able to run stuff tomorrow. But again, it's going to be another 2-week market, so I don't think you'll see that many movements just like you did for overnight. So for college basketball, the trick with that is the models that we get some of this data from, they don't run overnight, so we're left to do it in the morning. We're still working through it. I don't have a definitive answer. I can say probably you're not going to be able to bet overnight. Probably not. But you should be able to bet the beginning, like the morning market before it gets too mature.
All right, interception there, but you know, this is anytime.
Vivo made it. Vivo made it. Oh no, they're in Austin. They were showing Vivo. But it's at home. That's why he's there. Yeah, SMU sucks. I don't know. I don't know if I can go without a smash in those Texas game.
Okay. So just walk me through the pieces here.
I want a match.
Okay, well, there's a difference between actually smashing. But why the smash? I guess. Oh, we're doing this. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's get Tiny here. We gotta figure out how to get it. All right. So what's happening real quick? It's a wheel of drinks. You don't know what's been. That's not here. And we are getting a.
No. That one's for him. Time out. Let me just in 8 minutes.
Okay. What booster does he? I'm gonna. Ultra.
Sure. That's going to suck no matter what.
I didn't say big bad. I just said
you literally said smash.
What did I say?
Smash. That was the word.
What's the word? Smash?
Yeah.
I didn't.
No. You said. I'm having a hard time not wanting to smash this Texas game.
Oh, okay. Sorry. For you supporters, I just mean bet Texas.
Okay. Yeah, they're not sir.
Dude, this game is also house divided. Mo's on Texas, you're on Clemson. Our model's also divided.
Yeah.
The market is not, though. So that's where
the market isn't at all Texas.
Yeah.
That's the influence.
You see all that money shot? Big shot.
Is SMU buns? That's the question in the chat right now.
Look, I pointed this out on the college show. SMU has played a ton of backup quarterbacks in their games. Now they weren't backup starting, but in the game, backups had to come in because of injuries. And you get inflated box scores. Now our numbers on play-by-play picked this up. And I'm not surprised. The model really liked Penn State on the margin. And, you know, I'm not can't think so far.
Yeah.
The Texas one is just. I hate betting this model. I guess in this case, you're not betting against the model. It's bet. I mean, why do we think Clemson, if Clemson could barely keep SMU abreast, why do we think they're going to be able to do that to Texas?
It's just exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and listen, let me look this up here, but I guess my question is the same question posed to Texas. And again, this is not something.
Why do we think Texas can beat Clemson? They're an SEC team.
They're first year SEC team. Yeah.
SEC nonetheless.
So
we're gonna go who they beat.
Yeah.
They beat Colorado State. They beat Mississippi State. They beat Arkansas, which team struggled. They beat Tennessee or touchdown. 10.5.
Okay, so here we go. So let's see how these here.
I want a little bit sitting. They're holding.
Here, let's actually see something to figure out.
Was it Mr. Katz that won it?
I don't think he actually took it. I think he was just saying that's the live update. I think it was Brian who had took him at 21.5 3 games.
So again,
to that point though, Arkansas, Florida, Vandy, Vandy got hot a little bit. They beat Vandy by 3. Oklahoma, Mississippi State, and Michigan. Even Colorado State. Point being, I guess it's a roundabout way of what's district schedule, what has Texas really done this year. And listen, I'm not saying that that's an argument that it's the bona fide thing, but I think the same argument you can make from a schedule standpoint for Clemson, you can make for Texas. Now, to be fair, Texas doesn't have the losses outside of Georgia. That is a definite knock against Clemson. They're leading the NC State loss, so that's point well taken. I'm just not convinced that this Texas team is not getting a brand name boost.
I would argue the same about
That's fair.
If they had a brand name. If this exact Clemson team is called Louisville.
Okay, is that true though? I saw that on Instagram, and I saw someone say it wasn't confirmed. It's baseball. What? Ricky Henderson. Oh, okay. Ricky Henderson at Oakland Athletic. He Hall of Famer, stolen bases, just died.
60 bases a year for 22 straight years, and Ricky would still have more stolen bases.
That is insane.
That's insane.
That is insane. Clear could still 60 bases a year for 22 years and still not beat Ricky Henderson's record. Did they say? I thought they said it was pneumonia on the alleged post. Yeah.
Bernie Mac out.
Yeah.
Mr. Katz. 3.5 now. Not as comfortable.
All right, thank you guys, man. Got it, man. All right, thank you. Yeah, appreciate it. Come here, man. Let's be here, man. Are you coming out later?
No, I'm Phoenix.
Oh shit! So
It's
Yeah. Enjoy.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Travel safe. Appreciate you.
When he retired, so that's the thing, was he years ago, the junior high.
Also, and okay, again. A little bit of value on UCLA. We should have called Chase on that.
Okay, so listen, no action on this, but yeah, this will be a sweat for the 10.5 team total. Whoever had that in the chat earlier. I'm curious to see how that turns out.
Yeah. But see, this is what I don't like about live bets. Like, and then you end up, you're like rooting against this position you have. It's a good position. So you have like one good position and one bad position.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, and you end up, and then one cashes, one doesn't, then oh, whoops, there you go.
Yeah.
Bet 110. Oh, what do you know? You regress to the house end, right? And you know, you just lost.
Yeah,
That's the big. Like that's it. Like, I don't think people understand how much discipline it takes, even if you have edge.
Interesting. Yeah, no, I agree. No, the Penn State slide on the kickoff return there.
State Valley is going to be popping tonight. Philly. Oh, yeah, dude. Low Baba streams going through the roof tonight.
So let me ask you this: as we get down to the last minutes of the game, how do you think the your live today? I mean, obviously we had a difficult season. Thank you all for hanging out.
Yeah, we got to figure out what show. We need to have like we need to know. Okay, so we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this. Yeah. You know, format or whatever. Sure. I think we gave the people some value. Like we gave them Penn State. Yeah. Don't carry chicken. Sure. I think that looks okay. We'll see what ends up happening with Coastal. Like, we got to find a chance, right? We'll see with Tennessee. Yeah. I think we put out a hell of a same game.
Yeah. The Tyler Connor. Yeah.
So I don't know, but I don't think I should be the judge. What do you guys think? How do you guys we did this in a bar, so yeah. I mean, we're not really in control of things. Sure. Yeah.
The environment says, yeah. But you know, it's a little heel back the curtain here. It's our buddy's block, stuff's on in town, so you know, he wants to have some sort of atmosphere to it, if you will.
This is just fun. I would do it again. It's just, how do we, can we? Yeah. So what, we gave out 4 picks?
Yeah, Penn State, Coastal, same game parlay, Tennessee. That's a good day.
Well, but the problem, we gotta go 3 for 1.
Sure.
Well, no, that's not true because if the collar one gets,
yeah.
We talked about lean on this thing, but yes, which is now not.
Oh, they just scored. I love Team John. Hey, I appreciate y'all.
Oh, yeah. We're in public space. So, yeah.
I love you.
You guys, there now.
Yes, sir.
All right, boys. 5 minutes. Tick. First down.
Okay. Over under. No. Over under 0.5 passes on the shot. He said they're gonna run the clock out.
Under.
I don't think Franklin gives any sort of thoughts about that. Zero. I would say no. 0. I see 1 pass coming to shot.
I think you're smoking crack. I think you hit third down like 3 times.
Third down.
It's second down first.
No, I'm saying you don't get to a third down. You think
And what? Because you clock.
Yeah, I understand.
40 seconds is more valuable.
Not saying Frank Hall.
Here you go. You got your wish.
Here we go.
Coastal already is just not doing, like it started. It looked good.
It was 2-0, and it was 4-3. A lot of time, a lot of game.
They're turning it over. All right, here you go. Damn, I didn't know Mo was going. I thought Mo was going to be down.
Yeah, I know that this morning, or until he got here.
Is he staying up there?
Yeah. Well, actually, I don't know.
We should have went up to these things.
Yeah, right. There you go. They ran it. All right, fourth down pass.
All right, guys. Yeah. We're going to be logging off here. What is anything else? Still ones? Yeah. 3 people in the chat. Shout out to you guys. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, no, you guys
Give me the real ones. Use the code, sign up for free, give us any feedback you have. It will get better. It will get better over the next couple of days, weeks. It will be free up until January. It may be a little bit longer than that, but minimum through January or through December. So make sure you're using it. I'm trying to keep a little law on where we identify value and what that actually looks like. So. What else? Anything else, guys?
Yeah, no, I think this is good. Thank you guys for hanging out here. Like, subscribe, but you guys are here. You guys are the ones. You're already here, so we appreciate you a lot. Yeah, that's it. Man. Thank you. Head on out, man. Enjoy your day. Best of luck in all your bets.
Yeah, go balls.
Go Balls.
Yeah, we'll talk to you all. Maybe next week, but if not, till the end of the year.
Yeah.
And, yeah, we'll talk to you soon. Also, take care, guys. Later.